Global.Media.com. Every step forward is a new beat to your drum. Achieve success with Global.Media.com. Then celebrate it with or without champagne or rum.
We are live. Hello, people. Someone just DM'd me. Joni just messaged me. Let me see what she talked about. Joni says, "You are not doing it. I pushed a. I've done nothing wrong yet. I've only just woken up, right? I pushed a meeting so I could listen. We're live, Joni. We're live. Right. It shows on this side, like we have a friend who actually wants to listen now. So welcome everyone. So this is the Light Up Your Live events where we talk strategies to get more from our events. And it's very early for our American friends like Miss Angelica. It's ungodly hour, right? So I'm glad you're here. How are you doing today, Miss Angelica?
I'm doing great. I've been working out. I've been eating right. I'm slimming down.
Why? Like you're small. You're tiny anyway.
Yeah.
And I have met you. You're tiny.
My clothes isn't saying that.
Your best part's a 5'1" on a good day. With shoes. But I think we'll think we drink. I don't know what good it does us really. Mr. Omar, good morning to you, my friend.
Hey.
He's about to tape his next Zoom party.
Oh, those are fun.
2 stars here. That's Cyrus and Calm, clearly, right? No, not me and you, Miss Angelica. Because a quiz show does nothing for us. And I've been on this show, and I embarrass myself, but that's me, right? Game shows look easy until you get on there. And then you get bombarded with questions about Mexico and the US. I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about, Omar. Of course, the American contestants were like, beep, yep. It's like, damn. Paulette's done well, though. Paulette's got to a couple of finals. She's pretty good, right?
Yeah. And her husband's really good, too.
Yeah.
I think they make a good team.
I think he was a school principal, if you want to call him that. So, head teacher, we call them here, right? Welcome, Jackie, superstar Jackie. So glad you're here.
Jackie, good to see you.
Like Omar's show, I'm scared to go on shows because they think I'm clever, Miss Angelica, but I'm not.
You are.
I like to have fun. Jackie is all serious, and her guests are serious people. I'm just like,
Then just pretend to be clever.
I can't pretend, right? No, I will go on Jackie's show. I say, wow. I didn't know. I appreciate the invite. It's not just Jackie's show that they're like, Annie, you never come on my show. I'm like, I'm sitting here chillaxing. I'm relaxing. I'm in edutainment, I call it, right? That's what these shows are. Edutainment. So this all builds towards our show today, my friends. I think there's much that we can learn in terms of we all want more from our events, right? We want engagement. We want more people to see our shows, more people to enjoy our shows. And of course, when they see our shows, we want them to engage with us and buy from us, right? And how do we do that? So I've got a couple of videos to show you, and hopefully we'll learn something while we have fun.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I was concerned. I found some videos. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. Here's the long and short of it, my friends. Sorry, Miss Angelica, you have been on Zoom party. You did a great job, apparently. Did you win?
I passed on the first one, but I didn't go to the finals.
So you could have won.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get invited to the finals. I was told you're lost. Don't come back.
Well, no, I don't think I ever went to the finals, but I was invited like 2 times, so
Wow.
that's cool. I just
Well,
had fun.
that means you're smart as well then.
Well, my little button wasn't working either, so you know how that is.
You must be good. I'm in awe of anyone who can answer questions, who fills their head with stuff.
You should see my sister and I when we're watching Jeopardy.
Is it like a war? I'm right, you're wrong.
Well, she'll say, "Oh, I got that one." I'm like, "Oh, that's good that you got that one."
Well, she knows you don't mean it really, right?
Huh?
She knows you don't really mean well done you.
I do mean it. I do mean it.
Yeah, it's Calm and Cyrus. You should go. You ought to go on Jeopardy. It's on Zoom Party. It's a good show.
Yeah,
It's
it's fun.
Elma does make it fun. So
I would like to go. I would like to go with you on it with and Calm and Cyrus. It'd be fun to do it with you guys.
You can go with Cyrus or Calm. I just told you I'm a loser. I'm a loser. I have fun. Answering the questions is not my thing, right? Because I just sat there pressing the button. It's like I've never asked a question yet. I'm like, if I don't press it now, I'll never, be the first to buzz, will I? So, what's the question? It's like I'm like, I don't know. So that's another 10,000 points off your score. I'm like, I had 10,000 points. I never knew. Now I'm on minus 100,000. It's like, damn.
Yeah, at least it's not money. Not 10,000 pounds.
It's money for charity, right? It's money for a charity. If you win, it's not real. No. Anyway, it's a whole different thing. Let's come back to our topic today, my friends. Right? Look,
yes.
Here's where we are. So, of course, I love your take, Cyrus. Now you're an event host, Michael. You do loads of events, and of course, those in the comments, Jackie especially. You say we'd love to know what you think and what your strategy is. Right? You see, we want more people to see our shows. In the days of audio, we were kind of stuck. It was if you're not there live, you ain't gonna see it. If you missed it, you missed it, right? That was that.
Yeah.
And then LinkedIn and I guess the world gave us live streams, which means we can do what's called multi-streaming to different platforms, and it's even recorded, right? So so you can stream to so you can be in different places all at the same time. So this show now is on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn, it's on YouTube. Those are my preferred channels. And I guess that's one of the benefits of streaming, right?
Yes.
And look, I get the argument that people make, which is that the more places you are, the more you can be discovered. Yeah. Sounds good, right? Sounds really good. Okay. So I think StreamYard lets you stream to a good few places. I'll show you. So I don't want to be a StreamYard salesman today. It's knowing the options that you have, right? That's really, See, this goes all the way to the top, where there's something called OneStream. I don't know whether you've ever seen it, right? Is it OneStream? Yeah, OneStream is called OneStream Live, right? OneStream lets you stream to 45 channels. It's not just 45. I'm lying, right? It lets you stream to up to 59 channels if you pay for the enterprise package.
You know why they call it the enterprise package, right?
Yeah, it costs a lot of money.
Because it's like the Starship Enterprise. It goes where no man has gone before. That's Star Trek.
I mean, do people go there? I don't know. Because look, I guess here's the first question for you, my friends. If you're here, do drop us a comment. Let us know that you're here so we can welcome you. Why is my YouTube not on? Okay. Okay. Whisper. Well, let's pick Whisper Boy. There's two of you, Cyrus. How can there be two of you? Maybe that's your way. Your way is not to multi-stream, Cyrus. It's to be more omnipresent, right? More than one version of you in the show. Anyway, so Miss Angelica, how many channels do you have?
Let's see, I have Instagram, I have Facebook, but I have that also because of my other work that I do with families and children. That's what they are. That's the audience for them is Facebook and Instagram. For
Yeah,
for my
you're
business, for business, it's
are you
LinkedIn all
applying
the way.
science? You're trying to apply science here, Miss Angelica.
What's that?
You're trying to break the model, right? No. You said now the important thing you said.
I'm a multifaceted, multi-passionate person. That's what
Of course you are. I know you are. But I think I guess I'm just pointing out the fact that you're trying to be reasonable. You're trying to be sensible, right?
Yes.
Because I think
Well, there has to be a reason for it, right? Why am I doing that?
Yes. I don't think, say when you have the option of 59 places to stream to, I don't think people think insensibly. I think they're just being crazy, right? Because like you just said, now you stream to where your clients, where your audience is, right?
Yes.
I haven't got an audience if you're on 59 channels. I haven't got an audience for 6 channels, let alone 59. I'm saying I'm on Facebook, I don't use it. I'm on X, I don't use it. I can stream today as well if I wanted to. I'm on Instagram, I hate it. Really, I'm on TikTok, and no, I'm not on TikTok. Sorry about that. I can stream there too, right? I'm saying there must be a reason why we stream to a place, right? It can't just be I can, so I do. Because you have to create the account on those platforms. Imagine having 59 logins for your social media channels, right? How would anyone do any of that? Imagine having 20. That's bad enough, right?
Yes. TikTok is another one.
Yeah, I can hear you all thinking now. I don't even know 20 channels. Yeah, we don't. So don't even aim. Should we aim to stream to more places for the sake of it? Or do we do Miss Angelica's strategy, which is only stream to where your audience really is, where you spend time, where you get results, right? Where you get engagement. Yes. That's a question I'm asking today, my friends. And I say, I'll show you the reasons why they think we should stream to everywhere. And of course, I will show you what it looks like to have 20 plus social media channels. And it's not all social media. I say a big part of what we hear these days is stream to your website. This is your chance, Cyrus. Stream to your website because you can, right? Yeah. The question I ask you is, how many people go to your website? When was the last time you went to a website to watch an event, to join an event? Miss Angelica, talk to me.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember ever going to a website to watch an event. To tell you the truth.
Most websites don't get traffic. No one goes to it. So there's no point doing an event, embedding your event in your website unless you're going to drive traffic hard. So this is Cyrus's business, right? So hopefully we'll share some light on that. Jackie, says no working out for the kind of package with a 0 podcast budget. Look, I think, StreamYard's hard, right? StreamYard lets you stream to one place free of on the free package. Even then, you have to get through the take a week's trial, and then don't get caught where you get a big deal at the end of that week. So as soon as you open the package, cancel it, and then you get the free package. We can only stream to one place, very limited. But I think, from what I understand, I think one stream lets you stream to 3 places for free. I could be wrong. Of course, they all want you to pay, so the free package is never what it ought to be, right?
Does the free package offer the recording?
Yeah. StreamYard does. I think they will do. StreamYard does. Okay. Restream does as well. Then that is the other brand out there these days. So welcome, Shiv. I see you. the legend, the hero of all,
Tracy,
Tracy, our audiobook genius. So glad you're here.
good
Tracy,
to see you.
and Jackie, look, the link, and Omar, of course, and anyone else who's here, the link is on the event page to join us. And I would love to the link facility for a couple of days over the weekend. Yeah. But it's back now. So, you can join us. If you want me to send you a link to your DM, just let me know. Put it in the chat here. I'll send the link to you. Mr. Cyrus, please talk to me. What are you thinking? Where do you stream to? Oh, Cyrus has many different options. So let's hear from him, right?
Hi everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hi. Good afternoon. Angelica, it's been a while. How are you doing? You okay?
I'm doing good.
Good to see you. Calm. It's good to see you again. I see you every day, actually, same as any.
Mr. Phenomenal.
How are you guys? You okay?
You sound excellent and marvelous, and also awesome. If not phenomenal.
Beauty is in the ears of the listener. So in terms of distributing or redistributing your work, you shouldn't leave any money on the table. You should just distribute your work to all platforms. So as an example, right now, Any is live. And hi Festus, hi Tracy, hi Shiva, hi Jackie. So right now, Any is live, and at the same time, he's sending it to his Facebook and his YouTube and all the platforms that he can send it to. Hi Chietza, the legend Chietza is in the room as well, guys. So
hey Chietza.
yeah, she's phenomenal. So in terms of my concern usually is not how many people come to my website. My focus is normally how many right people I put my product in front of eyes of. So you could have like thousands of followers, but they're just following you, and in not so many polite terms, they're just stalking you, and you're stalking them. They're following you, you're following them. There's not much point in that kind of interaction. The real win happens when you buy from them, and when they buy from you. I don't mean the monetary transaction. Buy as in you believe them, and you buy into their idea. So that's when the real interaction happens. So that's my contribution so far. Thank you.
I agree with you, and it's when you have a relationship. Maybe that's a buy you're talking about, right? So I think it's when you have a relationship with people. That's when you have got something from the connection. Call it that, right? Lisa, welcome. So you have a great show last night. Your metamorphosis. Yeah, she was brave enough to ask the question to say, "Come ask me any questions." They did. They did.
Hey Lisa.
Thank you for being here. I know it's early for all of you. And I don't feel sorry for you, Festus. I'm glad you're here as well. I don't feel sorry for you because we're on the same time, right? So it's 3:30. And so this is not hardship. This is good for this is a good part of the day, right? So I'm glad you're here, though. Thank you. So Festus is a guest speaker on Africa Business Talks on Tuesday, and he wants to do another room. So the question we're going to ask is, if Africa was a person, what would she or he think and say to us in terms of thinking differently? I wonder.
That's such a great question.
Isn't
that's such a great question. I think Africa would tell us stop being individuals, start being teams. I think
possibly.
That would what Africa say to
possibly.
I think Africa would tell us to stop rushing, take your time, and build a relationship with people. Be real. You got to make time for that.
Wow.
And it would be also, let's dance and have fun. And I love it.
I don't know. The Let's Dance thing. Yeah, I can see it's fun.
Danny, I can't believe it.
I don't know. No. And here's what does me in, right? If it involves black people, they want to dance and do the church thing. I'm like, no. We can be engaged on an intellectual level, Miss Angelica. I don't mean you in particular. I mean the world must realize we don't all go dancing in church.
Yeah.
I can see why they do it.
There's a place for everything, right?
Yes, and I say and the black people turn up to these places, right? And they come and have fun. As long as they add some intellect, I'll take it. You know, I said Shades is our African AI auntie, and that's a brand. That's she got books, resources to help people to use AI to change our lives, especially African youth, right? So welcome, Shades. I'm so glad you're here. Have I missed anyone? I don't think I've missed anyone so far. No, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Now, Cyrus, you make important points, my friend. You know, it's about being in front of the right audience, not just an audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also, it's about that relationship that you build that might turn into something where you help them, they help you, you support them, but something comes off it rather than just being. I know you, you know me. I got more followers than you. Blah 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 blah. Right? That's not the thing, right? But Cyrus, I'm interested in your Readers TV. I think there's something there, right?
Before we talk about Readers TV, can I say something about you first, Annie? Right?
Of course.
And don't worry, it's something nice.
As long as it's not rude, yeah.
It's a compliment. No, it's a compliment. It's a real compliment. I'm gonna give you a compliment, not about your hair. I'm gonna give you a proper compliment, right? So, so what I was gonna say is, yeah, you're right. You have to build a relationship with your audience and with your friends. As an example, my upcoming book, Branding. I don't think I need to explain what that book is about. It's about branding. So when I discussed that book with you, I already knew it from the get-go that I was going to publish it through you. So I was talking to my mom about the book, and she said, well, have you thought about a publisher? I said, I don't need to. I already have a publisher. So that confidence, it's not that it comes from nowhere. It comes from somewhere. It comes from the past interactions from the past 2 years or something. I think we've been collectively, we've been in over 1,000 podcasts. That's what LinkedIn is saying, and most of them have been with you, Annie, obviously. So building a meaningful relationship with people is more important than how many people visit your website, right? It's like how many people come to your website. If they don't have any interactions with you, it's like as important as how many cars drive past your house. Who cares, right? It doesn't matter. Or how many airplanes have you seen in your lifetime flying past in the sky? It doesn't make any difference, right? So how many coffee chats have you got throughout the day or every week? Now that's what I'm interested in. Or how many of them converts into friends, clients, etc. Meaningful interactions, relationships, as you put it rightly. Hi Kirsty, hi Lisa, thanks for joining us. And in terms of Readers TV, so basically the significance of Readers TV is that I have created that for my friends. So every time there is an interaction like this, I put it on Readers TV, because not everyone has LinkedIn, but everyone has a screen, right? So people who don't have, so there's 8 billion of us, perhaps 1 billion have LinkedIn. What about the other 7 billion, right? So what we do is we put those LinkedIn events on Readers TV, and everyone can access readerstv.com, and then they go there and watch the live event, and after that they watch the remaining recording on the website as well. That's what Readers TV is about. I know a lot of publishers, and I know a lot of authors and coaches, and they need to be brought to readers' attention and to consumers' attention. That's the reason behind Readers TV. So I put them on there, and then I put them in front of the eyeballs of people who don't have LinkedIn, or perhaps do. Well, it's really easy. You don't need to log in. You just go to Readers TV and watch. The other day I think it was Christiana's, or was it the other ladies? Can't remember her name. Christina's, I think. Yeah.
There's Christiana and there's Christina as well, right?
That Italian lady.
Yeah, Christina.
Lady.
Oh, Christina Segato, yeah.
Segato, yes, Segato.
Uh-huh.
So she's brilliant in branding and marketing. So yeah, so I put her on. I put her on the other day. So that's my way of returning my community's favor back to them. So here's my gift to you guys, and then I just publicize them. Basically, that's what I do. Advertise them.
That's great.
This is a great. Go on, Miss Angelica. Feel free.
No, I was going to say that's great. Is it how do we find you on Readers TV? Is that on YouTube, or is that a different platform?
No, it's just the website. I've created a website for helping people on LinkedIn. So not everyone has LinkedIn to watch me and you when we have a live event. So therefore, we take a link and put it on that website. And what that website does, and that's a part of the website's function and personality. Basically, it accepts a link and translates it into a live video. That's what it does.
I think that's a great idea, Cyrus.
Thank
You're
you.
chock full of great ideas.
Thank you so much. I hope my mom listened to this conversation. That's not
it's all about the inclusion, and including other people that can't see what's going on here, right, on LinkedIn. So I think it's wonderful.
No,
thank you. I just saw a gap in the market, and the market says if you don't have a LinkedIn account, you can't come and join us. So I found that a little bit less than inclusive, and I was like, okay, so let's do something about that problem. People who don't have LinkedIn, and if there are any countries where LinkedIn doesn't cover, it doesn't matter anymore. We just select those. Well, those people need to be very helpful to the community, and then we like the things that Annie does. So predominantly the videos, most of them belong to Annie. Annie's been interviewing lots of people. So he's my friend, and then so if Annie's
becoming popular through you.
Yeah, so basically, if you wanna be a friend of mine, you gotta go through Annie first, the gatekeeper.
Can you put that link on the website so that I can take a look at it?
Yes, sir. I will do that now.
Yeah, in the comments, it'd be good to put in the comments, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, please, Sarah, put a link in the comments. I love the idea because there's no one place you can find live events, right? This is part of our conversation today. Some stream to YouTube, to LinkedIn, to Facebook. Some stream to nowhere. I've seen people stream to nowhere, literally. I'm like, why are we here? No one can see us or hear us. What?
It's like different TV channels. You can watch them at the same time. Like if you got bored with any, you can watch Angelica.
The whole point of events is there's something about the engagement. That's why we do events, right? And they're saying, I will say this: anyone, look, it's not anyone. If you know what you're doing, you can put your events on the website, anywhere you like, on your website. That's for sure. You can embed it, and it will go out as if you are there, right? Now, what's the drawback? The drawback is simply that on a website there is no comments, there's no engagement from the audience. That freaks me out. that really freaks me out. I love engagement. I love people coming to talk. That's why I do what I do. The educating bit, It's not me. It's my friends. It's the conversations that make my shows. Now you're the stars of my shows, right? Me talking to our people for an hour and a half doesn't help anyone. It might do, but I'm saying, but the real joy for me is people coming to talk, people talking in the comments, people being active, right? Sharing their thoughts. Say, but on the website, you might know you struggle with that. You definitely struggle with that because that's not always possible.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Calm, I don't know. I'm trying to see where do I bring you in? Now you are a consumer of events, participants in events, right? Where do you think we should be? Do you have any thoughts? Have we lost Mr. Calm? Oh, you're muted.
No.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can hear you now. Please go for it.
Okay, I was making some tea and I had to rush back to my desk.
Stop it. I want tea, but I can't have tea.
I have tea and Kit Kat ready to go. So, yes,
Cookies?
Stephanie. Yes.
Any cookies?
And Kit Kat.
I'm jealous.
I tell you, honestly.
And it's not one of those normal Kit Kats. It's one of those extra large Kit Kats that they come out.
Stop it. The only thing I'll beat all that is a pasty.
Stop it.
I want a pasty.
Calm. Me and Annie, when we hear about biscuits and stuff, and we can't access biscuits, we turn into cavemen. We go wild.
Well,
I got my coconut water.
Then go wild.
That's all right. That will do. It's anything that brightens my taste buds. Anyway, Mr. Calm, carry on, please. Share with us. Where do you go to watch events? Where would you like us to be more? What works for you?
Currently, I go to currently when I'm watching events, I go to LinkedIn. If I'm not on LinkedIn, I'm on YouTube. YouTube you can do a bunch of events there, and it's got slow events, and the reason why is because of my mind likes volume. My mind operates that way. This is what I'm beginning to understand about my brain. How does it operate? It likes volume, and it tends to pick something, look at it, figure it out, and once it's figured it out, it dumps it, goes to the next. That's what it does so quickly. And if for some reason the event makes me pause, that means there's something interesting in it, and think, and it resonates. I have a tendency of wanting to blurb a few things, comment, etc., and I do that. And sometimes I found myself going into AI, putting the comments in there, or taking that little snapshot of that event, slamming it into AI. We start chatting away on AI and saying, okay, what do you think about this and that? Give me your comments and your opinions, your evaluations, and at the same time, give me a prescription, because for everything that I do, I follow a certain script. There's a purpose. I look at it. I do not just look at the event and listen and take it down, and I need it to mean something. So something's got to come out of it, out of this process. That process is the prescription. What is a prescription for this thing? I tend to go into philosophy. I tend to go into psychology. I tend to go into things that people are doing, and at the same time, I tend to go into I basically think out of the box, what's actually out there, with respect to what's actually out there, because what's already been done is already been done. It's already out there, and if it's already been done, there's a probability it's either working or not working, and which means that it's not going to be useful for me unless I want to produce something new, something original, something. And when I say produce something new and something original, it's something I've never thought of, something I've never done before. If I've done it before, then I'm not going to reiterate it. I'm just going to go back to what I did. But I never keep a record of what I have done, except recently. Except recently, I started logging, keeping a journal on my phone of the things that I've done. So I capture it, I put it in my phone, I capture it and put it in my phone, and I move on. So there's a bunch of stuff in my phone right now of things that I've done. And I also record it on Facebook as well, because I'm also on there. So 3 places: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. But most of the events are either on, well, most of the events, large majority of events are on LinkedIn, then seconded by YouTube, then the third is Facebook, and then Instagram. X is at the bottom. TikTok, nowhere to be seen. I only run into TikTok when somebody else posts their stuff, items in there. Otherwise, I never go in there. I do have an account, but I never go in there. I just look at things that other people have pulled up, and that's it. I have no, there's no, I can't value TikTok at this time. The
Why?
concept.
Can I ask why?
Because I have no time. It's
I would have thought that would be a place of joy for you.
It hasn't created.
Because it's endless videos. It's endless.
It hasn't created. It hasn't created any value of interest for me. So in other words, I probably don't resonate with it. I resonate with people. I don't resonate with TikTok.
Wow.
What else? There's something that's bothered that I wanted to capture. Make sure I captured here. Readers TV. I'm interested in that. I want to go in there and take a look, because what Cyrus is doing is pretty much what I'm interested in doing with respect to dumping the stuff, the research that I have, and putting it in on my phone. Kind of like the same idea. Of course, there are no comments or anything like that. The only thing that I dump in there is everything that I've already commented on, and you can't go back in there and comment or anything like that. But that's pretty similar to what you indicated, Annie. You cannot comment on Cyrus on Readers TV. I believe Cyrus is working on that. He's going to come up with a solution, and in time, people will be able to engage and comment on that on a website, which is going to be pretty spiffy. I think Cyrus will get that done in short order. I think before Christmas. So that will be a good Christmas present for any Cyrus, if you actually think about it.
For humanity, my friends, for event hosts, for everyone who does events, right? If you can tweak the code and create something that might work, right? Right.
And email always works too.
Gmail or email? Gmail.
Carl might not believe it, but I got the idea from Calm a year and a half ago. I asked him, why is it you sent me these links? And he said to me, like, do you like those things? I said, yeah, I like them, they're quality. And he said to me, I bring you the best from the best by the best. And then that made me think. And 6 months after that, that resulted in transforming his idea into my invention, because I always wanted to have a website where I empower my friends. And then I was like, hang on a minute, that's the same thing he's doing. He's doing it in DMs, and I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to take it one level higher and just share it with the rest of the world. Now, speaking of appreciation and meaningful conversations that I was talking about earlier, you know what, Angelica, you are. I mean, people who look at you and they see a teacher, and when I look at you, I see a teacher. And I've had a teacher like you in like early stages of life, that inspired us. Perhaps we were scared of them a little bit. We were on our best behavior in their presence, and they improved us forever. And we without even noticing, we carried on being that version of ourselves because of people like you, Angelica. I'm so proud of you. So the next event you're going to
Thank you,
do,
Cyrus.
no problem. The next event you're going to do is something that inspired me to make this song. Am I okay to play that in your live event? Is that okay?
I thought you're going to show them Readers TV. So, but you're not going to do that. Okay, you want to play your song? Okay, fine, please.
I'm gonna play that song, and then the song is 1 minute and 18 seconds.
Okay, go for it. You know, you're on full screen. Okay. Do what you do.
Cheers. This is dedicated to all teachers.
We all remember that one face, the one who taught us how to chase. Not what to think, but how to dream. They lit the spark, they built the team. That one teacher made us better, taught our hearts to stay true forever. That one teacher changed our way, taught us how to live life each day. They taught us how to feel, not hide, how to be human deep inside. That one teacher we remember, that one teacher stays forever.
Yeah, it's true. You know, I think everyone remembers a teacher, right? I
Yes.
do. A teacher changed my life. You know, so I can tell. I know, you know, Clive Flynn. He's the person who believed in me, even when I didn't want to be believed in. When I was a kid, I was god awful, right? You know, but I tried. And but it's, you know, a teacher like you, Miss Angelica, does change the world. I agree with you on that one for sure, Mrs. Cyrus.
I think we're all teachers here.
True. But you actually work with kids, though. You know, but I don't know. There is a point there. I think when it comes to doing events, right?
Yes,
now,
yes.
We are all teachers, and people are learning from us. People are watching us. People are, you know,
that was beautiful.
Yeah, they're modeling what we're
doing. Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it. So about Readers TV. So you go to the website. Simple as that. readerstv.com, and then you'll see events like
I can see events. I saw my being your authentic self Christianity events. That's what you're looking at just now.
Yeah, so you can see like people like Christiana are on the website as well.
In one piece to speak, because the emotions will overtake you.
So I'm not sure if Angelica's on there, but I got a feeling that I had one episode of Angelica as well. Oh, have you seen this one? Yeah, I'm sure you have. You were in it. Oh, Chietza is on it. Okay, a lot more. There's more people on it. Shawn Michaels on it. Midlife and menopause. This is
Lisa
Fevek's work. Yeah, this is.
You never knew Lisa, right? This is yourself. That's Dr. Marcia, you know.
That's Dr. Marcia on her show, on Lisa Fevek's show.
High-paying job, and they are the leader, and sometimes you do have to raise your voice or be, you know, when we become assertive, people say, okay, we're being aggressive. But
yeah, so so these are these are all my friends, apart from any. These are all my. I'm joking. These are all my friends, and basically, I found something, some greatness in them, and I put them on Readers TV because they're all authors. These people, right? And this is my way of connecting authors to readers. That's why it's called Readers TV. And this is one of the episodes of Zoom Party. I'm sure you guys know about
Hello,
Irma
hi.
already.
Sorry, I was muted.
No worries. How are you? Are you ready to go now?
For and I love it. You took a risk
No.
and sang
Thank
this
you.
song, and it's so.
Thank you so much. I really
Alright,
appreciate
you
it.
have
Thank
the
you.
highest score here.
That Melissa Patrick, she's my nemesis. When she touches a button, she wins every time. She wins. She's like everyone.
No.
I think she has an iPhone and she's in the US. I've got an Android. I'm in the UK. With slow internet apparently. So literally, when she touches it, she beats everyone. Anyway, let me leave that now. And I was on with her and her husband. It's like I was double teamed and beaten out, right?
Oh, there you are, Cyrus.
Yeah, so this is Chietza.
But the programming is in it never stops, because look at the movies that you watch, look at the TV that you're exposed to.
So she's also a very prominent author. So we, as you can see, we work with the best, and that's why any connects everyone.
You have to know what your history is of your family, and you're not
This is
going
Dr. Yvonne.
to know everything anyway, but you have to know as much as.
So if you have a favorite episode, please let Annie know, or let me know, and we'll be more than glad to include you on readerstv.com. Cheers, Annie.
Thank you.
Thank you. So this is the point of our conversation, my friends. We all need more chat now to be seen in more places. I think we need to choose where carefully, right?
Yes.
Ross, how you doing? Thank you for waking up and joining us. I appreciate you. So everyone in the US,
Hi, Ross.
I'm really thankful. So Dr. Roxana, she's a proper teacher, right? And she definitely inspires people. Anyone who can teach maths, is a god in my books.
She's fantastic. She's fantastic.
I did for one of my son's bits of paper yesterday. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
I call her a mathematician.
She really is. She really knows. I mean, she knows stuff that I wouldn't know. Say I can't comprehend. Trigonometry for 16-year-olds. I'm like, I just looked and turned it over straight away. I'm like, I don't get any of that. It's like, no, I'm fine. That I've got it. The beautiful song says cheers. So your song is very good.
Thank you, guys.
So we've lost Omar. He had to go and do his show. No, what? Tape of 1 hour, season 6. So I don't know whether he's gone. He probably has, right? America, welcome. Now you're definitely one of the big hosts these days for sure. And I'd say hopefully I'd love to know your thoughts on this topic, especially, right? The world needs more people like Cyrus, out of the box.
Americo is a genius in his own right. He's brilliant.
He really is. That's why I got to give him my credit, right? It does make a point that I think that we can build off, and then I want to show you a video. And so he's saying that he tested Substack live last night. I'm sure everyone, unless your ears has cotton buds or cotton wool in them. Substack is what everyone's talking about. Everyone, you can't not hear about Substack. I've never been.
Mm-hmm.
I have no audience there. And if I have no audience in a place, I don't want to go there. I just refuse, right? Because
Annie, you didn't have any audience. I didn't have any audience on LinkedIn when you started, and now you're the godfather of it. So you might as well do the same thing with Substack, eh?
The godfather of
the question you asked, Cyrus, is, Annie, are you willing to put the time in to log into Substack and spend time there, engaging with people?
Okay, let me address that issue. Let me address that issue, and that's Calm's issue as well, right? So I sometimes get people who say, I do not like YouTube, or I do not like I do not like Facebook, or I do not like Substack, or I do not like LinkedIn, right? So people, they don't like a certain platform. They either don't have a business, or they haven't tried that platform yet. Okay, so the things that you don't like are the things you haven't tested properly yet. Okay, so I didn't like talking on social platforms publicly before. Then I realized it's good for me. It's good for my business. Then I realized to do it. I had to do it, right? So you need to realize what your priority is. Is your priority your personal taste and satisfying that personal preference, or is your priority your business, or building meaningful relationship with people, right? Why is it that you have to go multi platforms? Simply because some of your next most important contracts are going to come from the platforms that you're not trying yet. That's how it works, right? So you need to go where your future clients and future readers, future signups are hanging about, right? So you need to go there and hang out with them, right? You need to go to them. Gone are the days when people waited for traffic. So people who moan about not having traffic and they don't go to create that traffic have no right to moan about traffic, right? So you need to go there and be aggressive and bullish in your approach doing so. So people who say, I don't have presence on Instagram, I don't like Instagram. And up to a week ago, I didn't even have Instagram. I'm like, wow, what are you doing? What were you thinking? You didn't have Instagram? So there is a massive traffic source.
Stay off Instagram. Look, I think discernment has to be the key. You know, you said it just now. You have to be willing to go hard on the platform, right? I'm not willing to go hard because all my money comes from LinkedIn. I'm saying TikTok does nothing for me. I've done it for clients. I do it for clients. You know that, Cyrus. It does not. It does nothing for us. You know, doing
I remember that client as well.
Having people wearing my clients' clothes on Mars. You know, skateboarders that never hit the ground because they're flying in the air. You know, that's just dumb.
But at the same time, you wouldn't say no to more clients, would you?
Yeah, but you need to know where your clients are. I can accept your principle. You know, there might be a client where you haven't tried, but unless I see them, I'm going to prioritize the platforms that I spend time on.
Yeah, but this is not prioritizing or reprioritizing. This is repurposing. So you're doing the same thing once, and you're cutting it up, and you're putting it on Substack, on TikTok. So if you don't want to use it, it's fine. Don't use it, but put your content on it. That's my point. If you don't like it, it's okay.
Okay, right. Hold on a second. Like I said to you, you have to register. You have to sign up, have an account. Otherwise, you can't go live where you don't have an account, right? That's time. I don't see your point. That's effort. And he's lazy.
I don't see your point. I can't see your point. What do you mean?
I'll show. Okay.
You gotta have 1,000.
So you mean you have to sign up
1,000 followers?
You mean you have to sign up?
I don't, Miss Angelica, nowhere near it. And I've been posting for clients on TikTok, pointless.
Any, you're already on Facebook. You're already on So if your problem is you don't have 45 seconds to sign up to a platform, you are a very busy person. But
I am.
If you can.
I really am. Really. America, and I say you're good at America to go and be trying a platform in a Substack. I'm saying that hat tip to you, my friend, because that takes. I don't know. Maybe I like to focus.
Okay,
on
let me tell you what he's doing, Annie. Let me tell you what he's doing, but he's not telling you. Okay, this is what America's doing, right? And that's the same thing I'm doing as well. Now, people like him, people like me, we don't really care how many people are going to come to our Substack. We are there because that is an SEO hack, right? You do not have to pay $10,000 a month to an agency. You have to be present on these teeny tiny platforms, right? And they do the search engine optimization for you. Some of my clients, some of friends find me on Substack, and they tell me, oh yeah, I found you on Substack. They didn't even like me on Substack, but they found me through LinkedIn. They will find out where you are. and they will come to you. That's how it works. So when people Google you, Substack will show you to them. That's the secret behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Okay, no, Yolanda.
On that note, I gotta go, guys.
Good morning, Yolanda. So, Miss Angelica, have yourself a good day. Have yourself.
All right, love you guys.
Have a lovely day.
I just want to say, I love what you're doing, inviting people upstage. I'm thinking of doing that in my next broadcast with Rick Nahara, Hollywood producer.
When's that? Isn't that on Thursday?
It's this Friday.
Yes. So your Thursday, our Friday in the UK, or is it the other way around? It's on Friday.
You guys are a day ahead.
Yeah. So which one is it? It's Friday 3 a.m. your time, right?
It's 7. It's gonna be
7 on Thursday.
On Friday, my time.
7 on Friday. Okay, so my friends, we need to log into the show at 3 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Or you could watch the replay.
Yeah, watch it. No, but then if you can't comment, you can't. It's not the same, right? Being there live.
I like the comment and being there is what's fun. And I wanted to say it's good to hear what Whisper Boy Productions is doing, Cyrus.
Angelica, if I come to someone's live event at 3 a.m., I expect tea and biscuits.
I might put up a video of that. Oh, you never know.
A video, that will not do, right? That's just teasing him into thinking it might have tea and biscuits. Thank you so much. Look, so we've got a few more bits to go, so do watch your replay, Miss Angelica.
Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye to Michael too, and I just want to say, Michael, I love all the links that you've given me for working out and being happy.
She said those words. Damn. I castigate him every damn night. Stop sending me links. No more links.
Angelica,
no.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
So you're the one that you encourage him
as well.
What's that, Michael?
I said regards to your sister as well.
You're welcome. I send them to my sisters too.
Cool.
All right, love you guys. Mwah. Big hugs and kisses. Take care.
Miss Angelica. Have a great day.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
We need to wrap the show up now pretty quick, right? So let me show you a video that gives you a background to multi-streaming. Oh, is this going to work? Is this going to work? Yeah. Okay, so this is going to work. When I say it's going to work, I'm concerned about ads, of course, because I'm playing off YouTube. Screen share, choose destination StreamYard. Okay.
Hey streamers, welcome to StreamYard. Are you wondering which destination you should connect? If so, this video is for you. If you're new to StreamYard, the first thing you'll see is a prompt to add your destinations. Destinations are the places that you send your live streams to. StreamYard integrates with most major social platforms. We also have a custom RTMP option if you want to send your stream somewhere that StreamYard doesn't integrate with, like your website. Not sure which destination to connect? No problem. Here are a few things to think through. First, which destinations do you already have a community built on? A small but active Facebook group is sometimes better than starting fresh on a brand new platform. Once you get the hang of going live, you can add another platform or platforms that you'd like to grow an audience on. The next thing to think about is, should you multi-stream? One of the most powerful features of StreamYard is the ability to multi-stream or simulcast to multiple social platforms at once. Most people we see go to Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter all at the same time. This allows you to engage with all of your community members or audience at the exact same time. We'll talk more about engaging your audience in a future video. Now, some people ask, what if I'm starting out from scratch? What if I don't even have one platform where I have any audience on? That's okay. Now, it used to be an issue back in the day when the social media platforms prioritized content only based on how many followers you had. And it used to show your videos and live streams to that group of people. Everyone would see it. Now, the algorithms have gotten smarter and they only send your content to people they think it's relevant to, and only when it's engaging. The more comments, the more reactions, the more live chat messages, the more shares you get on your live stream, the higher the algorithms are going to prioritize that content and therefore get you in front of new audiences. So focus on the content and not how many followers you have. The third thing to think about when planning which destinations to connect to StreamYard, do you want this content to be private or public? Some destinations like YouTube make it super easy to make a live stream private or even unlisted, which just means you can only watch the video if you have access to the URL, the link to the live stream. Whereas if you're streaming to Facebook or LinkedIn, you're either streaming to your friends and followers, or you can make it public so the whole world can see. It really depends on your type of content. Do you plan on keeping it closed off for a small private Facebook community group, or is this the kind of content you want people to share so you can grow your audience? That will determine which platforms to use. If you're hosting a webinar where you only want to send this live stream to a certain group of people who've registered, we recommend streaming to YouTube because it makes it super easy to make the stream unlisted and only viewable by the people who've registered. If you want to get the max amount of viewers, the easiest way to share, we recommend streaming to Facebook, maybe a Facebook page that's already public, or to YouTube and make that stream public. Do you want to stream to your own website? You can do that with StreamYard. We recommend streaming to YouTube and then embedding the YouTube live stream onto your website. That's just the easiest way. But you can also use the custom RTMP feature that we have on StreamYard to connect any type of video player. The only downside of streaming to custom RTMP is you can't get the comments. There's no comments section that you can embed on your website. That's why we recommend streaming to YouTube and embedding that. And the last thing to keep in mind is the length of your live stream. Certain platforms have length limitations, so it's just useful to keep these in mind when choosing a destination to stream to. If you'd like to add a new destination or manage your destinations at any time, simply click the Destinations button here on the dashboard. StreamYard lets you stream to one platform on the free plan, 3 platforms on the basic plan, and 8 platforms all at the same time on the professional plan. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, anytime, reach out to our 24/7 support team at streamyard.com/contact. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.
Don't contact me for StreamYard questions, please. I'm not a StreamYard salesman, right? Oh no, I gotta go and stop it somewhere. Where is it? What's making noise in my ears? Stop. I wish StreamYard will fix that problem, because when you turn up presenting, it carries on waffling in your ear, right? But my friends, you get the idea, why we need to stream to more places. Have you got any thoughts on that, Cyrus and Michael? No one is speaking.
Regarding
Michael fell off.
Yeah, I was going to say. Oh, okay. He'll come back. Regarding StreamYard, it's got its own quirks, and sometimes it becomes really annoying, but it's worth it. Sometimes you have your own setup, and then it's in conflict with the settings of StreamYard. I hope someday they'll be able to actually resolve that issue.
Yeah.
And so I have my own setup, and the audio quality is normal. It's fine until it isn't. That's how it works. So and it's really embarrassing when you get kicked out of your own event in the middle of it as it's happening. And it's happened to me a few times, and it wasn't a nice experience. But it's not an everyday thing. It happens sometimes. And that multi-platform thingy that the lady was referring to, if you start from the middle range that pricing. What was it, like $20-something? That is a great place to start from. The only teeny tiny problem that you would have is you will be limited to 1 hour when it comes to Instagram. And I think every time you have to redefine that link for StreamYard and the copy and paste.
You need a passkey, don't you? A passkey.
Yeah,
every time.
So you need to redefine that passkey.
TikTok, right? TikTok gives you an hour, and then they lock you off. Literally, you're gone.
Yeah, they do that because. Yeah, they do that because they want you to use them directly. And they are allowing you to use 1 hour because they don't want to lose you either. And if they had their way, they wouldn't even allow you. So because they are streaming platforms themselves, so they're not having it when someone else comes along and says, send your stream through us. So they're not really happy about it, but at the same time they are facilitating it because they don't want to lose like a big chunk of the market and a big chunk of the users. So they're clever, but they could be more clever.
Of course, they got business models to protect, right? Tracy, I hear you. No, I know you're definitely a restream person. I guess I wouldn't say I'm a StreamYard. I mean, I've always been on StreamYard. I've used Restream a couple of times, but I don't. It hasn't got anything more than StreamYard has. That's just why I say it. I could be wrong. I'm saying I think we have preferences, right? And then we come to there's other platforms out there, my friends. Let me assure you, there's other streaming software that we can use, right? Say Substack is not on StreamYard's list, for example. But I think you can use that as an RMTP thing. So you can, again, you create a passkey, and then you can embed your event wherever you like, on your website, on Substack, wherever you like, right?
I don't think it's possible to use Substack as a platform for restreaming.
No.
You can leave a link there.
Yeah. No.
You can leave a link there.
No. I think Shawn Michaels said it can be done. Blame him.
Can be done.
Yeah, it can be. You can stream to Substack, but you have to know. You have to understand the back end and how to use that coding to find the passkey and then do all that finicky stuff, which I just don't like doing. Right. I can't be bothered. Look, let me show you quick what it looks like to have 59 social media platforms, or 59 platforms. It's not just social media. I think it's maybe my plea to you today is broaden your mind if you want to. And if you're willing to pay me to subscribe to these platforms, to these tools, to put you on those platforms, then by all means.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, it is possible to actually do it through our RTMP.
Yeah, it really is. So if Sean says it, if Shawn Michael says it, I believe him, right? And I think Mike said it too. And don't forget that our friend just said it as well. America said, he streamed on Substack last night, right? I'm saying, so we have many options, but they said this is the big daddy of all options. Yeah, hopefully, it'll play. And I've selected just a small bit of it so you can just get the idea. So when anyone asks you again, do you know 50 channels? Probably still say no. But you do really, right? Here it goes. Let me show you.
And click go live, and it's really that simple. All right. So I've added the destination, and I want to show you this. When we talk about destinations from OneStream Live, look, you have pages from Facebook, groups, profile, LinkedIn page, Twitter. You could use basically anything that's going to give you a RTMP, YouTube, Twitch, and look at the list. It keeps going. OneStream has like their page. for your website, Instagram, TikTok, Vimeo, Amazon Live, Hoppy, like all of it is here. Telegram is there. These are all the locations you could go to using our system, OneStream Live Studio. Like if I had all 40 of these, basically if I had the credentials to get into all 40 of these, you can go live on all of them simultaneously. Now, if you know Erica and what she does on Tuesday, she says go to as many accounts as you can for discoverability. So if you were, depending on what you were doing.
Cyrus, are you surprised? No, I want to make sure those who are watching get a real idea of what
No, I'm
this.
not. No, I'm not surprised.
You have
This is a
pages
fantastic
from
platform.
Facebook, groups, profile, LinkedIn page, Twitter. You could use basically anything that's going to give you a RTMP, YouTube, Twitch, and look at the list. It keeps going. OneStream has like their page for your website, Instagram.
So hold on, there's TikTok, there's Vimeo. What else do we have there? Steam, Amazon Live, something called Hopin. Is that Socio? My eyesight is shot, by the way. Is that Bloomberg? I don't know. Anyway, there's so many that we can stream to, right? Let me get to the next.
OneStream has
the next
like their page.
Telegram,
website, Instagram, TikTok,
Be Live, Sky, Lovo, is that what it's called? No, the Cast, Wowza.
Vimeo,
I've never heard
Amazon
of Cyrus.
Live, Hoppy.
Even SEMrush, is that a Mob Rush? Mob Rush. And Africa TV, you know. So these are all things that you get through OneStream. Daily Motion,
like all of it is here. Telegram is there. These are all the locations you could go
Movie,
to
Flow Player,
using
Boots,
our system.
Kakao TV. I could carry on. Nemo TV, V Live, Mixcloud, Nava TV, whatever that is. There's one I can't see at all. It's on my eyesight, so it just looks bad on screen, right?
OneStream Live
there's
Studio.
more. Nano Live. That's not only fans, is it? No, only plus.
Stop
like
that.
I had to go there, Cyrus. Come on now. I want to laugh, right? FC2 Live. It's MLG. IBM has a streaming channel. I never knew, right? I'm sure you didn't know that, my friend.
If I had all 40 of these.
No, I didn't know that.
So there's so many. Right. Does that really help us, my friends? Does that really help us? Do you want to stream to all these channels? It's a question. It's a real question. Well, at least today you know that you can, right? You know that you can stream to many places.
Well, if you build a relationship, a meaningful relationship with your audience at the same time, yes, of course, go for not 60 but 120. But if what you're doing online, right, it's just advertising stuff like what people do on TikTok. It's like a one-way street. You don't listen to them. You don't see or hear them.
Post and ghost. Do events, post and then run.
That doesn't work. They call it ghost for a reason.
Yeah, but no, I think ultimately that's what would be doing. That's what I'd be doing if I was streaming to all these channels. I'm just being honest. I haven't got the mind to give many channels a chance. Maybe if you try them, my friends, come and tell me all about it. I say I would love to have you on, and you say, right, I've used the platform. Here's the benefits. And I'd probably contact Americo and Sean and say, right, come and tell us about Substack, because it's clearly something that I don't know. And I would love to know what it is I'm missing. If that's
to be fair, when you started, before you started streaming on video, it took me like 3 weeks begging you to start video streaming on.
Yeah, and I told you no, Cyrus, no.
You said, never mind, I'm not going to do it.
Then again, you see, you jumped long before we had to, right? That was the issue, Cyrus. You were talking about doing video only or doing video live streams when there was still audio. And I said to you, no, my friends are on audio, so I'm going to stay on audio.
That was 6 months before
Yes.
LinkedIn killed off audio. Do you remember?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, of course, I remember clearly. You know, so when I did that, I started streaming. I thought of you and I thought, bastard. He was right.
I called it.
You know, no, the necessity, I will do what I have to do, right? You know, but
let me tell you something. I'm really happy that you made that. You leapt, really. That was a leap of faith, wasn't it? So when
really
the moment that many people were so upset about no more audio events on LinkedIn, you were like, okay, come to the event, turn your camera off. That's audio, isn't it? And then and that was a stroke of genius there, because you and many people are doing it ever since. Many people started doing it, right? Like Kelly started doing it, you know. Keller started doing it, and he says I'm an audio only person, and then he comes to the events. He's from Australia, isn't it, Keith Keller? So he says I'll come to the events and turn my camera off.
Who's the other one that does pretty much audio? Amolia. She's still.
I don't know.
She does live streams, but she does audio more. And I suppose the thing here's the thing, Cyrus. There's still many audio platforms. I'm talking about not StreamYard. I'm talking about Clubhouse, for example. There's hundreds of audio apps. Now, so maybe my question to you, Cyrus, is as much as you encourage us to try some of these channels that we now know are there. You know, should we also dive into the many audio channels that we know exist too? What would I say? I haven't shown you what the audio channels are, but there's many of them.
Yes, definitely. Why? Because it's going to help you with your search engine optimization. When you go to those platforms, just be the smarter version of the smart person you are, and leave some text in there as well underneath that event, right? Because that's what's going to be crawled by the search engines. What do search engines do? They have crawlers, and they crawl the web for your info.
Again, categorize and then present those, and those are search results when someone searches for what you do, who you are.
Yeah, especially if you're someone who says, I don't get traffic. And if you're constantly moaning about where's my traffic? I want traffic, right? If you're really, really worried about traffic and you need it, really, if you need it to your website, to your socials, and you need more people, more clients, more views, more eyeballs, yes, do these things, these small things. Go to Substack, leave a few texts there. Just spend 10, 15 seconds every day and leave a paragraph there. You can leave a note there. Those notes eventually, they use through the snowball effect, they add up to something, and people will find you through those keywords. Just express your opinion on Substack. That's what really smart marketers like. What was his name? America. Like people like America do that, right? People like Mike. Mike basically goes to. This is why he's really clever. This guy. He writes poems. He writes poetry. He puts it on Substack, and when people search him, one of the first things that comes up is a Substack. Genius. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, look, so Mike is a go-getter, right? Tracy, this is why I love Tracy. Things happen for a reason, Tracy. Good timing, my friends. It says, in summary, Riverside for high quality videos, Restream for multi-platform, StreamYard for user-friendly interface. StreamYard and Restream are pretty much the same, if you ask me, right? They got the same functions, don't they? I'm sure they do, right? Riverside, I'm just about to jump on Riverside, Tracy, because I want to do a big online event with speakers and all that shit, all right? Speakers and audience, and I think so. Riverside seems to be a good platform. Say Miss Angelica mentioned earlier, you can do events on Google, on Gmail. No, is it Gmail? No,
Google Hangouts.
Google Meet. Gmeet,
Google
right?
Meet, yeah. There's one thing we left unsaid, Ellie, and that's
Please say it.
do you remember when? Yeah, sure, thank you. So do you remember when audio stopped, and then video started on LinkedIn, and when they scrapped the whole audio only thing? Do you remember? Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people left, and they just left LinkedIn, and they went to other platforms. They were saying really bad things about LinkedIn. They were talking about their heartbreak.
Mike, this is you, Mike. LinkedIn's going nowhere. So Mike did this yesterday. It's like LinkedIn is dying. I'm like, do you know?
Yeah, I saw that comment. Yeah, I saw that comment. But are we there? So let me give you an example. You know, when a plumber comes to my house, do you think he's constantly talking about his screwdriver and his tools?
Yeah.
Or do you think he's focused on fixing the boiler?
Yeah.
He's focused on fixing the boiler. And more than that, he's fixated on keeping me as a customer happy. So if there's any plumbing issues, I'm going to call him again, right? So your job as a marketer, as a salesperson, as an author, as a coach, your job is not, and I'm going to emphasize on that, is not focusing on your tools. So StreamYard, Riverside, Restream, all of these brands, these are your tools. You're not supposed to be focusing on the tools. You're supposed to be focusing on your audience and your market.
For sure.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, for sure. Look, the thing I think I'm trying to understand, emphasize, explain, or communicate in some way is that we have options. The tools they do different things. The way Tracy just said it, right? They do different things, and you have to understand what they do, the functionality that you have. Because you're not going to get most of anything that you don't know about, right? Tracy, I love to talk about Riverside because I love to get some of your ideas. Because I think Riverside just, I'm still haunted by. I did one Google Meet event, and it's not I did. I joined one, right? And Cyrus, you know what? People hijack the show. So the host is talking, so the speakers are talking, and people can just press a button and play their video. And some of the videos are just racist and rude anyway. And there's an African lady's room, so I can see, I'm sure it was a free platform in that sense for the event. But, we were hijacked. And so people played videos at least 20 times in an hour. Every time someone wanted to speak, they played this rude video that I just thought, damn, that is so. I'm never going to be a victim of that. It's bad enough trying to police these platforms, StreamYard. It's bad enough trying to police Zoom, because at least the host can set controls where only you and the speakers speak, right? I think Riverside, I'm hoping, will give them the same functionality and control.
I see your point. Right? Yeah, I see.
That's it. And also, it seems cost effective. It doesn't seem like a bank breaker. And I don't know what it costs to do a Zoom thing. Let me be honest with you. I feel the need to punish Zoom for its model, right? Zoom went freemium and then became premium. Now, I just don't see a need to pay Zoom. Sorry, Zoom. I love you. I use you most of the time, but I can get longer minutes somewhere else, right? I can get longer minutes for my meeting somewhere else. I don't need to pay you. I can do events somewhere else. I don't need to pay you. That's just me and Zoom.
I do most of my meet and greet kind of coffee chat videos on StreamYard, and then when I invite
on StreamYard,
yeah, StreamYard. When you don't go live, you can only use the service for just having a 3-way or 4-way kind of conversation. The same thing that we are doing now, minus going live. So you can do that, right? So I do most of my coffee chats using StreamYard. So I get more than worth of the money I'm paying for StreamYard, and I'm paying them some extra for extra space as well, because I'll use it a lot. So if you want them to hold your video, you paying some sort of holding fee for the videos, basically.
Yeah. No, I love look, I love Zoom. I really do. You know, I think we all do, right? You know, but as Mike is saying, there is an element of what the you know, what the functionality is what I call it. Mike calls it capabilities. You know, so of course Riverside does a lot more than I just tell you. Know, Riverside is apparently, as Festus tells us, you know, a powerful platform because it does allow you to edit videos. Is that why people use Riverside the most? No, I don't. I think it's for the events. I think it's for the big audience thing. You know, I think it is. I could be wrong. You know, Tracy, you're gonna have to help me out.
Yeah, Riverside helps you. So it has audio, has video, right? It helps you create really high quality videos as well. And one thing that was left untold about Zoom, we gotta be fair, right? Zoom's video functionality and the codecs that they use for their video is one of the best in the market. And I've done comparison, and I've realized Zoom video quality is just simply brilliant. Okay, so they are really good at what they do. But I see your point as well, because what's the point of paying for that service if someone can keep their videos under 40 minutes, right?
Which is Paris. You see, the paid version of Zoom, I'm there 3 hours later, I'm thinking, I've waited my whole day. Why am I still here? Why? If it was 40 minutes, it means I would have got told we're going to get locked off soon. You know, you got 5 minutes left, 10 minutes left. Get it done quick, right?
Yeah.
Cyrus, I tell you what the real problem with me and Zoom is. See, you know, this is a branding thing. You know, this is why I'm so knocked by them, right? You see, when Zoom changed from free to paid, they gave us nothing more.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, you're right.
That's my real beef with them. Because if they did change some functionality, give us more, you know, all I get instead is logging in is just more painful these days. I'm like, why would I want to pay you?
Yeah. So what would you have wanted to see, Annie? Let's say they went from free to paid. What would you have wanted to see, which you didn't see?
Okay. Let's say the chance to stream
as a consumer.
I think the chance to stream to places, the chance to, you know, so essentially Zoom to be like StreamYard. Give us a chance to stream from Zoom to YouTube to LinkedIn. You know, create a platform that's more than a meeting platform. Because for a meeting platform, yes, you're good. I agree, but there's other ones that do exactly what you do.
So are you telling us they are getting beat in their own game? So they somehow revolutionized that game of, you know, streaming and stuff. During COVID, they blew up as well. They really scaled properly. So it feels like it's falling behind in their own game. They're getting beat in their own game.
No, that's pretty much I think that's you got it there. You see, you know, I say I'm a business growth person, so I want continuous improvement. And that's what drives my life, Cyrus, right? And just when Zoom decided they're going to start charging us, I don't know whether you noticed there were so many options. There were many more meeting platforms. You know, not quite Go Brunch. They were better than Go Brunch in that there were meeting platforms. You know, some had a community already on there. It was never going to be a real social media platform, like as LinkedIn or Facebook, for example. But they had other features. You know, you could advertise your courses or your events. to a new audience, right? You know, and some of those, they paid you commission if you signed up and if you brought people along. I never did sign up for any of them, by the way. You know, but I had a good look at them. You know, and Zoom just did not change. Zoom was the same. I don't know what they were trying. I think they lost me because I think they did not raise the bar when introducing a price. And like you said, they fell behind compared to others who are doing exactly what they're doing. That was my gripe. But this is me. It's me just being an idiot. You say, and
you're not being an idiot. The thing is, you simply stating an opinion, right, and making a point. But the point that we made earlier, some people take it further, unfortunately, and they become so annoyed with a particular platform to the point they forget about their mission and their vision, right? So some people stopped their brilliant online live events. I know a couple, and that made me feel really sorry for them. I'm like, you stopped something brilliant that people loved as well because you were annoyed with audio being a thing of yesterday and on LinkedIn. So that is not a healthy thing in a business. Your focus
that's like breaking
needs
your
to
leg,
be
right? That's like breaking your leg. You know, just to make sure, because you don't want to go somewhere. That's a bit dumb, right?
Cutting your nose in spite of your face.
That's what they call it, right?
To spite your face. Yeah, cutting your nose to spite your face. So basically, they stopped something amazing because they were a tiny bit annoyed. That is not a good business model, to be honest.
I actually have a question for Cyrus. Or thank you, and thank you for doing this. I have both a question and maybe a few comments. The comments are more around what is your intention? And I've brought this up a couple times, I think, with Keith Keller, is, are you going for reach or are you going for community? And you can potentially do both. But if you're going for reach in community, it may take longer. But my question and then I have another comment, I guess, related to live events, is almost the same thing, is, are you looking to communicate like a service and that's it, with really no engagement? So are you more doing a ad, for lack of a better word, and just pure broadcast? So this is unlike any who is very interactive with his audience. Maybe you don't need to be interactive with your audience. And so that's where I was saying more, what platform you use may depend on what your intention is.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of my comment. And
Thank you. You've explained the dilemma that I'm trying to address all day. Why this show is on right today.
And actually, I have more now. I'm going to pivot into a question for Cyrus, and that is, I am trying to basically do a virtual, probably I don't want my face on it, but I do want video engaged for some part of it, very similar to what Joshua Lee does. And I think he uses, actually, I don't know what platform he uses, but my question is really around, I want to have a overlay video playing while I play my music. So the intention is really, for lack of a better word, a virtual DJ show that's featuring my music. What platform would you use?
So what Joshua Lee does, right? I've known Joshua for like a couple of years now. What Joshua Lee does is that before he started doing what he does now, before he had more engagement, he would bring people on stage. I'm not sure if he's still doing it or not, because I suppose he's in the States, and his time zone is very, very different to mine. And when I'm in bed, he's working, and the other way around, right? So we are in two parts of the world. So I've not been in touch with him lately. But right now, what he does is that he plays something, and nobody's on the microphone. I mean, the times I have checked, nobody's on the microphone. Please forgive me if I'm wrong, Joshua, and please do correct me. But nobody's on the microphone. The music's being played, right? And a few people are in the room, and that's it. So yeah, you are able to do that if that is your intention. But you need to first tell me what the intention is, because there might be a better way. So if your intention is to advertise your music, your lyrics, which is worthy of being advertised, by the way. I've sensed a shift in your work recently, and it's brilliant, Mike. Well done. So if your intention is to let people know, here's my music, here's my lyrics, download it, like it, share it. If that is the intention, you can come to StreamYard, right? Go to the platform and go to the third tab and share. So go to share screen, go to the third tab, share entire screen with audio. Or if just a video you want to play just without audio, right? Then you can still talk, you can still communicate with people, and you can basically play videos or pictures, images of your choice, and still play your music in the background, and in a way create some sort of live music video, right? So I hope that answers your question so far.
Okay, there's two, Noni, right? So I think there's two ways of maybe doing this. I think Noni or Margaret uses YouTube. I don't necessarily want to have to load up my tracks into. I don't mind using them into the platform, and my understanding is I can potentially do this using Restream, load the tracks up in advance, load whatever video I want playing, and or still image, and then basically that's an overlay. So they would see whatever that is while the music's playing. But I don't know. I that basically means I have to pre-program the whole show. Then there's what Noni does.
No.
Okay,
no, not necessarily. What Noni Virani does, Noni Virani brings people to the show, right? Invites them to sing, in a way similar to Zone Party that Omar does. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, right? So these two fantastic hosts and this amazing hostess, basically what they do is they get the community. They are community builders. They're very clever individuals as well. They're the community builders, and that's the purpose of what they do, right? And I think that the problem you're experiencing right now is lack of clarity, Mike. You need one session, and you need to make mistakes. Right now, your brain is ahead of your operation, right? So that's why you have questions about something that's already been predefined for the system anyway, right? So what you need to do, you need to use the system, then you will find your own style. And then first 5 minutes, I'm going to do this. Next 10 minutes, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to bring it to an end on, I don't know, on the 40th minute, right? So you need to have a few sessions. You need to make mistakes. And that's how I learned. So the problem is you haven't made mistakes. You haven't effed up yet. That's the problem. And that's what stops many people from having live events. So if you wanna upload it to the StreamYard and let StreamYard play it, yes, you can. And if you wanna share your screen and play whatever you want to play and let people hear it, you can do that too. Basically, you have both options.
Okay, I appreciate that. I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do yet, but probably, well, I think I can do the same thing from Suno, but and actually play from Suno as well. But you're right.
You can play it directly.
Yeah, I'll take a stab at one of these platforms. I just was on Americo and well, Americo did a test, and I thought this was very interesting. I don't know if you saw this last night, but he actually streamed from Restream to Substack. Apparently, I don't think you can do it the other way, but and I'd have to look at apparently Substack Live. It's only available on your phone, and I don't really want to stream from my phone. But that's some. I'm really interested in this, various. So actually, that's another question. If you were going to, or can you give me a sense of why you would restream to various platforms like YouTube? And I'm experiencing difficulty as a guest, by the way, or even as an audience member on LinkedIn. So I'm kind of curious to know what platforms you would stream to.
Is that question for me or is it for any?
That's for both of you, but more directed at you, I think.
Yeah. Okay, sure. So to me, it's more of a why question than how or what question, right? So my understanding of the question is, why is it that you are sending the stream? What's the need for sending the stream simultaneously to multi-platforms at the same time? Why is it you just don't send it to one platform and get it over with, right? So now let's look at it from a statistical likelihood standpoint, right? So let's say there are a community of people who are waiting, who have been waiting for you, without you knowing about them, without them knowing about you, right? Well, that's how the world works. People are always waiting for someone to come and save them, come and help them, come and get something done for them. You are that person in terms of writing lyrics, and you have obsessions regarding how to get it done. You're a doer, right? You do conceptualize things. Yes, you do. You have great concepts. Yes, you do. But at the same time, you are a doer. The world is thirsty for doers. So for people like you, there's always a market, right? So some of that market, that market, by the way, is not in one place. It's fragmented and scattered all over the place. So different platforms, what they do is they tap into those markets, like having 3 straws in 3 drinks, right? Having 3 straws in 3 drinks, and different flavors. And at the same time, you can have all them 3 flavors. Not that's a very nice thing to do. Please don't do it with Coke and Miranda or whatever. The taste won't be good. But the point is, if you put 5 straws in the same drink, you can drink it faster, right? Because the flow will be much faster. Now, imagine putting those straws in different drinks. Then you will have the chance to find out which one of those drinks, various drinks, you like the best, right? The difference is the audience is not drinks. They're not objects. They are living beings, right? They can communicate with you as well. And they can tell you if they like you as well, right? Then this is what I do. I stream to all of the platforms, as many platforms as I can, but I realized, which platform likes which subject better, which subject they like, which subject they like the best. Then I re-strategize and pivot. So, but at the same time, for like 3 months, 4 months, you need to pump your live events to all of them at the same time. Then read the comments, get the feedback. Clever people, including yourself, people like any, people like people in this live event right now, clever people care about the feedback. So the important thing is not if they like you. The important thing is, what is it they like? Because you can always pivot and create something they like, if that's the intention. So at the same time, you send your live stream to different platforms. Then what if your ideal market is waiting for you on LinkedIn. If you turn around and tell me, I do not like LinkedIn, or I do not like TikTok, as an example, how would you ever find out if LinkedIn is better or TikTok is better for you, right? So we shouldn't go in with a kind of prefabricated notion. We should go in with curiosity. So you should be curious and find out. Don't tell the platform, you're not good for me. Tell the platform, how is it that you can serve me? That's a massive difference in mentality when it comes to social media. I hope that answers your question.
I think it does partially, and maybe I need to be more pointed in my question. That's a fair point, though, by the way. And again, it's part of what you're saying about just going and doing something instead of overthinking it. And by the way, I have to say, Cyrus, that's actually what I've been doing probably for like the last year. Is just going and doing something. I don't know if I ever would have started the lyric writing because I had a situation years ago where I had shared poetry, as you had mentioned. I write and wrote quite a bit of poetry, and I made the mistake of sharing it at work with some work buddies. It went over like a lead balloon. So I actually didn't share my poetry for quite a while after that. But I said recently, and also I think because Annie and other people, because I did read some poetry here on Annie's show, that they create a safe space for the guests and for their friends. So that opened up a space for me to do that. And then out of nowhere, I started helping other shows for intros and stuff. And it kind of just exploded from there. But I guess my question would be more if you were, if your intention is to, well, I have two places I'm going with the music. The first one's just going to be straight distro, meaning that I'm going to go to all the various platforms and put my tracks there. So one intent would be to get visibility, right? And that's probably their primary intent for this DJ idea that I'm having. Then the other one might be a little more interactive, and that would be more for the people that are looking for what I'm calling bespoke music for birthday parties. So it'd be more event driven. Like birthday parties or intros and outros for shows or whatever.
Jingles.
So, yeah, jingles. So that's kind of the question. If you were going to try to get your visibility out there for, let's just start with the event stuff, the jingle stuff. Is there any platform that you would recommend over another?
Audio Jungle.
Okay.
Audio Jungle is a good suggestion. Also, there's another one, Theme Forest. Okay, so when you go to Theme Forest, in the, I can't remember the name of the mother company. So Theme Forest. So when you go to Theme Forest, you find all sorts. Envato is the name, ENVATO. So Envato or Theme Forest. You can go there. You find a lot of stuff like, as an example, you find website themes, website templates, and that's not your focus here. Your focus is the music bit. Audio, audio samples, and you can sell your stuff on there as well. And
what can you do with SoundCloud? I tend to get music from SoundCloud quite a lot.
With SoundCloud, yeah, with SoundCloud you can put it on there, and it's like Substack. SoundCloud is like Substack for audio.
Yeah.
Substack is for text and videos and links and stuff, right? It's just like majority of these platforms are for sharing things out, basically. So SoundCloud is really strong on SEO as well, and really clever musicians and clever podcasters do use SoundCloud. One of them is being Keith Keller. He's a god in audio engineering and audio advertising. So one of them is Theme Forest, Mike. To answer your question, so Theme Forest is one of them, and Envato is another. And you can put your audio on there. Yes, you can sell it. But you need to put your audio emblem or that audio. What's that see-through thing you put on documents?
A watermark.
Yeah, watermark. Yeah, you put your. I can describe it. I can't remember the name. So yeah, audio watermark. You can put your audio watermark. You should put your audio watermark on it for copyright reasons. But generally speaking, having your own website is the most important thing you can do. The biggest favor you can do your business and your music is creating your own website. Then you can put your stuff on it directly. Then that will be your own platform instead of relying on other people's platforms. So these platforms are always secondary. Primary is always your own website, your own space.
Cyrus, these platforms.
If they close it down tomorrow morning, Annie, they close it down tomorrow morning, what you gonna do? There's nothing you can do about it.
Cyrus brings up Cyrus brings up a great point relative, and I actually was going to bring this up too, about what I call resilience. In business, it's called disaster recovery or resilience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I wanted to bring this up, and I think I had brought this up yesterday. And I was saying basically LinkedIn, at least LinkedIn Live, is kind of dying. And one of the reasons I'm saying this is there's been a lot of issues relative recently with LinkedIn Lives. I don't know if you know this, but and even just on the user side, I've had LinkedIn just it either kicks me out or something's going on with my browser. But I'm right in the middle of a show, like I am right now, although I'm on StreamYard, and it just kicks me out of the tab.
Yes.
And then I've had it right in the middle where I thought you went away, meaning that something happened to the stream.
Mike, what browser are you using?
I'm using Chrome.
Right.
Yes, that's the right one for it. Yes.
Look, there is a reality that not everyone knows. I don't know. Now you have to keep this in mind. I do, Mike. Look, LinkedIn makes changes every day. They take things away. They add things. You know what happens in software, Mike? You work in software. You work in cybersecurity, right? If you dicky with the coding, something will break.
Well,
and amazingly, LinkedIn does not test. I don't know whether they don't test enough or whether they test in a vacuum and it looks all right. But no, literally, LinkedIn is always doing stuff, and then things at the front end break.
They
do what?
Sorry, they do what's called a staged rollout. So when they're testing, like any won't know it, which I just find incredible. So any will have this feature behind the scenes added to this LinkedIn Live, and to your point, it can break it. So this is why I was asking Cyrus. Well, maybe I'm going to ask the right question, but this is why I'm talking about restreaming, because I think if I'm streaming to YouTube and LinkedIn and maybe now Substack, then at some point, if LinkedIn, even live, if your stream goes away on LinkedIn, then you can say, oh, by the way, guys, it looks like we're having problems with LinkedIn. Come over to YouTube. Now, if you have a loyal audience and a following already, that's not a problem. That's going to be a problem if you keep on having an issue. And there is a platform that I was planning on using that I won't mention that's having severe audio problems right now. So I was very excited about it, but I am not going to choose to use it for that purpose.
You know what, Mike, you have a valid point, and so does Annie, right? So some people say LinkedIn's going. Some people say LinkedIn's still there. LinkedIn's there to stay, right? But I belong to the third category of people. I refuse to put all of my eggs in the same basket. So what I'm doing is I'm diversifying. So at the same time, I'm sending my stream to more than one platform. I'm creating more communities rather than creating more community, right?
Again, I think, Cyrus, I think that's important because you and I were here when there was only audio. You only had one channel.
Yeah.
So they were not there on LinkedIn live. You were buggered. There's no recording, Mike.
That's right.
Your show didn't go anywhere. So I think today, that's why I'm pretty relaxed in that the changes that the platforms make will adapt to.
Annie, is it today that sorry, is it this Sunday that Mike has that live event with us? Yeah. So I suggest Mike. I think Mike needs a teeny tiny bit of support in bringing to life the idea that's had for a while, right? So what he can do on this Sunday, he can do that particular type of DJing that he wants to do, because it's not just playing a song and somebody else's song, he's playing his own. So it's like every single one of them are important to him. When you're playing, I've done that I did it on TikTok, and it's really stressful, to be honest. You just want to do your song justice, you want to play the right audio, you want to play the right video or image. So that can be a little bit annoying and what's the word, stressful. So what you can do and what I can do, I will definitely help in any shape or form that I can. What we can do, we can provide that support and help that he needs. Then he can do what he does best, and we will be there to support him. So he needs one session, just the first one. Once that's off the ground, oh my goodness, he will be flying. I promise you.
No, you are the audio guy as much as Keith. You say Keith is. Joni, I just sent you the link. You have to do it quick. Send you a link to the stream. You link to your DM. So Mike, going back to your question earlier, which is, is my points for today. So I want to build communities. That's why I do what I do. No, it's not just for me, but I want to build communities for my clients. I am a marketer after all, right? That's why I use LinkedIn, because LinkedIn has a genius that other platforms just don't have. On LinkedIn, I know who's who. I know where you live, Mike. That's not a threat, right? I know what you do. I know your background. On Facebook, on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, they have no clue who they are, really. And there's many shady people around, right? So that's why I use LinkedIn more than anywhere else. Facebook, they're not really business minded. If they are, they want to buy stuff that you want to throw away. We use Facebook for that. My wife does anyway, right? YouTube, again, I think that we can all monetize YouTube, and I'll say this for sure. I've been on YouTube forever. I've had the channel for probably 10 years, more or less. For so long, Mike, nothing happened on YouTube. I was posting videos. I was doing a 1 minute tip every week. I was posting testimonials. Everything that I do was on video, right? My YouTube, when it started showing numbers, when I started streaming events on YouTube, suddenly I've got more subscribers, it's a gazillion times more. I have watch hours that actually mean something. These are all the things you don't get on LinkedIn, right? That's why I'm on YouTube, to build that community of people who will show up for your events, even if I had to leave LinkedIn. God forbid, right? I think I'm more after communities and after reach than after, just advertising and just being heard and seen and I run. That's not me, right? That doesn't help my clients. Doesn't help me. I need engagement. I need repeat attendees, repeat doers, whatever you want to call them, right? Because they're the ones who then go on to have that phone call, that Zoom meet, that coffee chat with my clients. and then eventually buy. Yay, the holy grail. Yeah. So that's my take on what and why are we in particular places. Facebook is a bad joke, I must say. Yeah, it promises so much but gives you nothing. Anyway, whatever.
Question for you as a publisher and as and this is all pretty new, but I'm wondering if Substack, and I know you're saying you're doing it for business, but it seems to me like Substack is built around community. I'm just interested to see if you would be interested, like I said, both from a publishing standpoint for the authors and a community aspect, because apparently that's kind of what Substack is pushing. And it's not even about what I'm seeing is it's not even about subscribers, meaning that you're not really pushing for subscriptions. You're pushing for an audience. You're pushing for a community. And so that's kind of what I'm looking to do. And one of the things I heard early on is that, number one, and number two, because a lot of people aren't making money on subscriptions. They have a lot of people that are seeing things but aren't subscribing to your publication. So my thought is to use it more as to get eyeballs on and to get community and people that are interested in my in whatever, whether it's bespoke musica or my tracks. And as you saw, I published my and kudos to Cyrus if he's doing video, because I did not realize how intensive, resource intensive, creating audio videos is. I mean, I will do it on occasion, and if I'm very motivated to do that, or if there's a very special song that I want to do. But video production is just a whole nother game.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game. So again, I think the way the video production tools work, the AI one that generates videos anyway. Look, I may get to Substack one day. I may, try it out. But my book buyers are on LinkedIn. My book buyers are on my clients' Facebook. They're on my clients' email lists. That's where I tend to stay. Substack has, I'm waiting for someone to say to me, any Substack changed my business. That's what I need to hear, but no one said that yet. We can do a lot of activities, Mike, in different places. We really can, and nothing happens. It doesn't move the needle. My clients don't pay me to. No, I don't. They don't pay me for vanity numbers. They pay me to sell books, right? And I can and say for the results that for what I do, say even my bestseller campaigns, I guaranteed for my clients to be number one. I say I can do all that already. I can do all that with what I have with LinkedIn, with my readers community, with the emails. I'm saying Substack is just another layer of tasks. I'm just like, do I really want to go there? I may go there. I'm not going to say this. You suddenly sound like a frog, Cyrus. Hold on. Let me Mike, I mute myself, and then let's see what happens. Yeah, we've lost your sound completely, Cyrus. You suddenly sound like you're a dying frog. Restart your device, please. Let's talk to Joni in the meantime. Hello, Joni. How are you? Joni, are you here? You are here. You're muted, Joni. I can't unmute you.
Yes, sorry, I got a work call. Where can you stream your live events to? Good gosh. It depends what you're trying to accomplish. Of course, you can stream them to Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn. I mean, there's plenty of other like marketing companies that will help get your podcast out onto TikTok and Instagram and all these other like things. You have to pay for it. But
no, not really. You can stream to those channels free of charge.
You won't get the views.
No, not unless that's what we're discussing. You have to build a community first, right?
It's like pretty amazing, like the algorithm of like you putting something on TikTok, you're not gonna get any, even if you have 20,000 followers, you're not. So everything comes with a little bit of a price. But I used Podbeam before and I loved it. It was really easy. They had different levels of pricing, and so you can do that. iHeartRadio.
What does Podbean do? I've heard of it.
Well, it's just like it will store like a small percentage of your podcasts, and if you pay for it, then it will put it out onto Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube, whatever you want. But here, when we listen to podcasts, it's really Spotify or Apple Music. And so, or Stitcher, I guess. And Amazon Music, I feel like it's the same. It's just a conglomeration of all of them. Or TuneIn, that's another one.
I mean, we figured, to my premise today is that there are 59 channels potentially that you can stream your live event to, and maybe your audio events too. And there's probably more if you just want to see if you want to add a whole just audio only channels as well, right? 59.
There's a lot.
So which ones would you stream to? That's my challenge to everyone.
Well, it's like so different. You know how like we've been talking about this for so long. You guys use WhatsApp. We do not. We do not at all. So maybe we use Snap, I guess, but no, it's not.
Nah, that's what's dying.
That's what all the kids like to use. All right, whatever. But so find out if you want to do a podcast. First of all, I liked what they said. I believe yesterday. Like, just air it out to 0 people. Like, get your feet under you is fine. But I think you have to find like the right platforms for you, what you really want to do. Because there is a lot of Christian platforms. I'm just talking about like the big ones. Like, where does Margaret stream from?
Go Brunch. That's the one.
She uses Go Brunch to LinkedIn using OBS, which I'm not. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that.
Another option, right?
And I wasn't gonna mention it, so I won't. I'll refrain. Okay. But there are some challenges with.
Look, I think you mentioned Joshua Lee earlier. I think there was a time he created his own platform. I think because it arranged people on screen differently, so, and it was like an avatar, like a metaverse type thing for his events, and then he suddenly turned into music only. Go on, Joni. Sorry.
No, I am saying like if we created something for young new podcasters and like kept it all clean and stuff, not like people like chiming on all the time, because that's what that other one does. Do you know the other one?
Cyrus?
Not a person, a site.
Okay, which one?
Whatever, it's one of them, and it's like everyone.
Riverside. Are you talking about Riverside?
No, it's not
Riverside. Oh.
No, I don't know. I have a lot of. I'll find it out. But anyways, I like for young podcasters to come on, make their first podcasts, and then people can like listen to them or vote on them. Like that would be like a really cool thing. Like young people love new stuff.
So So Spotify wouldn't fit that bill, Joe?
No, it would be a new platform just for young.
Is it Buzzsprout?
Oh,
I'm hypothetically speaking.
She's saying build one.
I do this all
Yes.
the time,
You
and
go
everyone's like,
build it.
Joni,
Go build it.
Or any they
I'll be
can,
right behind
or
you.
people,
I don't know how to
people
build
can,
such a thing.
or people can simply go to Whisper Boys Top 10 and then vote for the podcasters they want, because we have a top 10. We have really vigorous, really
Whisper
strong,
Boy, I mean,
top 10 there.
we'll put one of your episodes. One. You get one chance.
Wow.
So thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. I was gonna say, about popularity of platforms. Any, in I'm not sure exactly what year it was. It was like, and around the end of 1800s, like thousands of people went to the areas surrounding California. On California, they call them California Gold Rush. They call them 49ers because that was probably around. I'm not sure why they called them 49ers. Maybe it was around 1849. So lots of people went to find gold, and not many people found gold, and they came back home disappointed, right? But there was a particular group of people who turned from zero to hero. They turned from nothing to millionaires. And do you know which group of people they were? They were the people who were selling pickaxe and other types of axe and other types of stuff to carry. To carry the mud and to find all the equipment. They were selling equipment. They were selling food, and these are the people who made real money. Right now, when it comes to platforms, our job is not to go with how we feel about a platform. Our job is to use the platform, and especially if somebody is in your position, Annie, finding out what is going to be good for your publishees, the people you publish, right? So our job is not to exercise how we feel about a platform. Our job is to use it, because our job is to go where the crowd is going, because we will be the ones selling the axe. We will be the ones selling the equipment. That's my point, basically.
Maybe marketing, Cyrus. I won't say you're wrong. I say because you're right, right? And Joni, Festus says you're looking good. You're looking amazing. Yes, thanks, Festus. You're too kind, right? He didn't say that about me, but I do like his point though.
I took my daughter out for her birthday last night, and she's like, "Mom, why do you have piggy tails in?" And I was like, "To keep my hair together, because like there's a lot of gray popping up."
Be like me and shave your head. Shave your head.
I do not have a Debbie Moore head. Okay, no way, Jose.
Don't do that. Look, my friends, we do have to go sometime soon, right? But Cyrus, look, to marketing is about finding a way to get the results you want. Yeah, I've been in marketing for, I say, 11 years, so I know how to chase the shiny new rabbit, the shiny new thing, and then just get followers, people, numbers. That don't really help my clients, right? But the marketing is about finding what works and then rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat hard. That's why LinkedIn email is my thing. Mix a bit of Facebook, because my clients have family and friends who actually want to support them, right? So one day I'll look for more channels, but right now I have no need to. If you know how much, someone said to me earlier, was it you, Cyrus? You're busy, Annie. Yes, I am busy. I ain't got time for that. I don't do anything justice if I'm not going to spend time on it. If I don't commit to it. Facebook, X, Instagram. if I'd ever got a client of those platforms, I might give him more attention. I've never had a client of any of those platforms. I've had inquiries, but not clients, right?
Yeah.
So I have no interest in delving more into them. Yes, I know you say it's about the clients, my clients, but I have created a system that gives my clients what they want. Sarah.
Okay.
Yes, I understand, and I respect what you're saying, Annie, about being right, being wrong. I don't think it's about being right or wrong. I think it's about I make most of my money by being wrong, by the way, because I'll find out how it's not done, right? And I'll find another way. So I don't mind being wrong, but I have to experiment and find out for myself, right?
Right.
That's why I started using Substack.
That I agree with. I'm saying my thing today is to say to my, I said it earlier, right? If you want me to be streaming to any other platform, that you want to experiment with my beloved clients, my beloved friends, contact me, pay for the platform. I will happily do and give you a presence on there. Don't expect me to build a community for you on there. Unless you make it, unless you have to want to build a community yourself on those platforms. It's not because if you got a community, you say I got community on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Now let's stream there. Of course I'll say yes. Don't be saying how many followers you have on Apple TV, because I don't. It's not a priority for me. If it is for you, I will happily promote you on there because it might help you. Yeah, but I come back to this. I'll leave it on Joni's point. If you don't have a community, and your point too, Cyrus, post and ghost is ridiculous.
Post and ghost.
I think Mike just got an idea from what you just said earlier. Mike's saying, "Bam." Annie just gave me an idea. I'm not sure if Mike's going to share that with us or not.
What's the idea, Mike?
Well, it was what he said was, and I forget what the population of LinkedIn is, but there's something that he said. I don't know what clicked it in my mind, but for the jingle idea, I am going to institute a LinkedIn Live just for the jingle idea. So I keep on splitting, and Cyrus is right. I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but so I'm still bifurcating the song. So one will be jingles, and that's kind of it. And I love doing that, and I love helping people. But the other part is doing and so the reason that it clicked for me and I went bam was that the audience for jingles is on LinkedIn. The audience for other tracks that I have isn't. So I'm basically going to be creating, and now I have to figure out what platform I use for the other one, but LinkedIn Live is going to be the one that I use. Now I'll put it over to YouTube and some of the other platforms, but LinkedIn Live is going to be the primary one for the jingle idea.
It's hard because it does go out a lot.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah. So you need to put it on YouTube Shorts as well. That is where the magic happens.
The backup plan. It's not a big deal. I mean, like sometimes I can't watch my friend Leslie Flowers, and I go to YouTube, and then it's easy. So it's not like just like have both.
No, I'll do both, but I mean, I was just thinking the way you go about this, and like I said, for the tracks, it's going to be streaming really. And then there's another place where you can actually offer the tracks for sale. They're different business ventures, sort of. One is streaming, pure streaming. The other is actually selling tracks. All that's going to depend on how well this does. This could be a big flop, and that's fine. I'm doing this for the pure fun and joy and creation. I mean, that's what I started with.
That tells me it will succeed.
It doesn't necessarily mean he will. It means he has a passion. I mean, that's
Joe.
what I do too. You don't know.
Thank you for the support.
No, if there's passion behind it, people
I
find
think
that
you're
out.
amazing, but like you can't just say
That's
that.
harsh,
Like,
Cyrus.
with
That's
just like the
harsh.
heart, you'll succeed.
You never know, so
I think
anything is
it's great
possible.
if he does.
Yes.
No, well, thank you, Joe, for a sanity check. I think I agree with Cyrus in that I don't know if you can actually be successful in any. You can say I'm wrong.
No, it will succeed because there's a passion behind it. People will usually go
But
for
I've had a
passion
lot of
and the
passion.
why behind it.
You're wrong.
hold on, Joe. Let me play mediator here.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened last night. I didn't get a good night's sleep, I think.
That energy is coming through, Joe.
Joni. Joni,
we love you. We love you, Joe.
Okay, fine. I'm not gonna. I'll just flip.
No, there's words you don't say. Joni, you can say I don't agree, or I have a different idea.
Okay,
Resist the
I'm allowed
words.
to say whatever the fuck I want to say.
No, you don't.
And,
Don't tell them they're wrong.
Oh
don't
my
say you're
God.
wrong because you're gonna get a response.
Joe,
I don't think they're wrong. I just think it like what Cyrus is saying is really idealistic. Like I have had so many great ideas for like an entrepreneurial business that failed miserably. And so it like just, realistic. I don't know. Gosh, I'm just
Joni, can I interrupt for a second?
Yes.
I think what Cyrus is saying, and I think any would agree, is that you have to have a passion to get you through. And I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that you didn't follow through, but in order to follow through on an idea, you have to have that passion because, I mean, pick all of these really successful entrepreneurs. I look at Edison, although he was a bastard, which I didn't know until much later. He had to have, he went through 2,000 or something iterations of the light bulb. And if he didn't have a passion to pursue that, he would have stopped. And I think a lot of people, people look at all these successful people. Well, you forget what they did. They failed like 3 or 4, in some cases, 3 or 4 different product ideas. And then they hit on one that took off. A lot of people they just see the success. And then I'm sure even in the midst of that, like Any didn't just pop on the scene like super successful. You have to have that passion, whether it's for your customers, which I think Any has. His writers. He has a passion for his writers. He has a passion to do this. He has a passion to do the shows for his writers and to raise all boats, up. There's a passion behind all of that. I think that's necessary. Now, I agree with you in that all ideas are not necessarily created equal. And even if you have a wonderful, beautiful idea, it might not be marketable or just, it could be timing. I think I've had actually some, I've had some, I don't know if you want to call them prophecies, but I've had certain things in cyber where I said this is going to happen and it did. So, and it would have been lovely if I would have created a product around that. And to your point, Joni, we're not all built to be whatever, like a developer or whatever. So that's where, and I think a lot of other people have maybe tried to do things that they shouldn't, meaning ask for help, maybe collaborate. I just think,
just collaborate. That is a really important part.
And this idea of helping each other out, where I really think there's an atmosphere, and I'm speaking for myself, of scarcity. This mindset of scarcity versus abundance. This mindset of that we have to compete instead of collaborate. I really think that you can be very successful. I mean, Annie's a perfect example of that. Cyrus is a perfect example. You are an example. You can collaborate. You can help other people. And I actually believe that in, whether you can call it karma, you can call it, doing the right thing, whatever, you're generating goodwill. I think goodwill goes a long way. So I just think there's a lot of people that are like, I can't do that. I'm not going to ask for help. So therefore, they might have a brilliant idea. They may be passionate about it, but they don't pursue it, and that's a shame.
It's
You know,
like different
I have
things about the brain, though, right?
Joni. I have a
mean,
lot of Joni. I have a lot of brands, and most of them have failed. Right. So, but what is it? What is it that brings me out of bed every morning? Is the passion, because you need it to counterbalance the frustration. Right. If you do not have that
I think I
passion,
know this better than you, Cyrus. I agree. And that's an amazing thing about if you can be successful as an entrepreneur. Like if you can get out of bed and just be like, I'm going to try this again today. And that is an amazing thing, because sometimes it's really tough to like think like you're going to get like this $10,000 loan or something for your company, and then they're just like, no. And you have to like walk out of the boardroom with the like tail between your legs, and you're just like,
you know, if taking loans out with banks, right, would be the criteria for success, why is it that some businesses take the loan out and then they go bankrupt?
well, because they want to do it for a cupcake business, because they don't care about,
So taking a loan out is not going to guarantee your success. So the point I was trying to make.
Absolutely not. No,
Yeah, the
it's
point,
hard because you
yeah,
need it.
Joni, the point I was gonna make was, please do not feel frustrated about something that didn't work in the past. Okay,
I mean,
so please
I
keep
still feel
going.
frustrated. I'm okay with feeling frustrated. I feel like that like makes you work harder, you know?
Yes. Yes.
And it's like,
So
I want to
you need to bounce
better.
back. Yeah, you need to bounce back and go stronger, because at the end of the day, if you don't make it work, you know what's going to happen? Nothing. Somebody else will make it happen, and they will reap the benefits, right? So it's entirely up to the person, up to the entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs wake up forgetting the frustration of yesterday, because they have the frustrations of today and tomorrow, right? So yeah,
That's
it is
so
not easy.
true. Like my mom will, and she's very clinical. She's like, you know, I a GP, and so she'll be like, "Oh, back on Tuesday, like we discussed this about, you know, the different doctor's appointments you have coming up, like whatever, just general things." And I was like, "That was last Tuesday. That feels like 20 weeks ago." I was like, every day I wake up and like try my best to get like these couple of businesses started. So
Absolutely, and the one recommendation for Mike as well, because he's really super active these days on Suno. Definitely, Mike, go to top 10 and leave comments, like, and have some sort of presence there. Once you do that, other people will like your comments, and they will in turn come to your products and come to your songs and like them and comment on them. So ask your friends. Send me the link. I will come to your music and I will leave a comment. I will like them, and whenever I can, I like your stuff on Substack. I like your stuff on wherever I can get my hands on. Right. So that generates some sort of interest. Do it for other people, and they will do it for you. So, but you need to take the first step, Mike. You need to go to their products, go to their songs, and really like their songs.
That's a great idea, Cyrus. Thanks.
Yeah. I love Suno. So like I'm really interested in creating songs through that, through different things I've written. And so it's just a cool way to express yourself. I'm really I feel like adaptive of all AI.
Do you know sorry, Joni, what's your favorite kind of tea? Because I know Annie was making a cup of tea there.
My favorite cup of tea. Oh, I like it black, strong, like an Earl.
Oh, what brand? What brand?
Tetley.
Oh, Tetley. Oh. Okay, that's cute.
Food. Look, let me welcome Alavine. Hello, Alavine. Hope your day's going well. Welcome. And I wonder if you got the same tea as we have. Joni Fester says grey is gold. Yeah. If my hair was all grey, I'd be happy, but it's not all grey. It's patchy, right? Uncle Ben's gone. Uncle Ben's.
I just keep
grass
pulling
gone
them
wrong.
out, but thank you.
Yeah. So Festus has quite a few grey hairs. He's only young though, and he has got loads of hair. That's the problem, right? He nurtures them, gets to know them. It doesn't think that yours are coming too early, Joni. He says it's a sign of wealth and wisdom. Yay. And women never accept that, right? We can't see it, thank goodness, Joni.
I never knew Festus is a poet. He's a poet, isn't he?
I know, right?
Why
They
can
are.
have competition there?
Yeah, so again, Festus, I have to say this before we go, right? So he says Zoom felt jealous that everyone was using Zoom basically, which after COVID they were, right? But they weren't earning a penny, which is why they just went premium without improving anything. Yeah, more fool them. They could have left the meetings at free and then premium for the events, for example, Festus. Instead, they do events now, and you can do it through US. If you're not US, you're buggered, right? Essentially, if you want paid events, you get the people are kind of do that if they're in the US. That Zoom, don't be dumb. That's our advice for everyone. Don't be dumb, right? Think of your customers. Serve your customers, not you. But your bottom line. Anyway, me and Zoom used to have a problem, and I don't know. One day we'll fix ourselves, right? One day we'll chill.
Can you share just a smidge about your trip to Guyana?
Ghana? Oh goodness me! No, we'll have to talk. We have to talk privately, Joni. We have to do.
Did you enjoy yourself? That's all. Did you have fun?
Yeah. It was
Be
enormous
my
fun.
best friend up there.
I say it was enormous fun. P. Willis. I mentioned him on stage as P. Willis. There's videos of P. Willis, by the way, on YouTube, Joni.
Did you not give me credit? If you didn't give me credit, hey, this is one of this girl in Chicago's favorite things on earth. It's true. It really is.
It was fun, and I say my son enjoyed himself as well.
Oh, your son gave you. Oh shoot! Oh gosh, I wish I had come.
So we're just about to
try. You're wrong, Annie, about what we talked about yesterday. Like it's really hard to get there.
Yeah,
it's really hard. I'm not even like kidding.
Of course, I'm not American, so I don't know what your funny rules are. I said from here, it's. Look, there was a day when my friend.
We're not on your continent.
No, there was a day when my friend Scott, messaged me and goes, you have to get a visa for Ghana, right? I'm like, no, I didn't think you had to, but apparently you do. All African countries have these funny visa systems, right? And the Ghana one, literally. So he told me. So I looked into it. To realize that there's many steps. You have to get injections, get tablets. You have to get this, get that, get that. And then the process was just a Mickey take. That I didn't swear, right? It was just literally effed up properly. So they got about that 20-page form. The 20-page form's not the end of the world. If you can copy and paste, right? It's not. But if you have to type every line, every letter, every word, and that's what Ghana's application is like. Literally, you have to type everything. And then print all that crap and then send it off to them in the post, recorded. And I said, they make it hard, right? There was a part. They were like, oh, well, we need this GPS code for where you're going. I'm like, okay. Google, quick, what's the GPS code where I'm going, right? Google says, here's the GPS code. Longitude, latitude, and gives me coordinates, right? I typed this long. This is like 15-digit numbers, by the way, into this form. The form says, nah, Ghana has its own GPS code. So I got the app.
What the?
I put the app on my phone, Cyrus.
I'm just a little. I'm more curious. Like, how does Guyana like differ from Nigeria or wherever you live in Canada?
Are you on WhatsApp? I'll send you some videos. You know, it's not hard. I send you videos.
I told you I hate that app. I hate that.
Now you still got WhatsApp on one phone.
I know. No, I don't. Actually, I stopped paying on those phones because I was having too many phones, and my bill was like creeping up to $250. I was like, nah.
The only way I can send you media, I can't send you media for SMS. It doesn't work. You know.
Right. We'll talk about this later. Don't.
Yeah. Maybe I try and do it through here. Anyways, Cyrus, you know this postcode app, this GPS app that Ghana has, right? I downloaded it. So I'm like, okay, first you have to sign up. No, whatever, log in, sign up and then log in, right? And it says, you have to be in Ghana to use it. I'm like, what the? Now I'm swearing, now I'm cussing, right? I'm like, how? I had to be really awkward, Cyrus.
Oh, wow.
So now we have to start begging William, please send us the codes. But when you get to Ghana, Cyrus, every building has a GPS code on it. So someone could have sent it to me before we started, for the hotel, for the venue, blah 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 blah. Well, Ghana was fun though. It was a lot of fun. My friends, we do have to go sometime, right? I've been here longer than I thought. Is my screen frozen or is this journey just frozen? I think my screen's frozen. Yeah. My computer's saying, Ennick, we have to go. Sarah said, just duplicate the tab, Ennick. Duplicate the tab. See if that works. I'm doing it now. See if it works.
Let's see if it works, mate. Let's see if it works.
Yeah. I'm easy. I'm quite easy. I will thank you all for spending your time with me again today. Thank you so much. So we have got this show on Sunday, Cyrus, 11 o'clock our time. I think we're talking about money, right? Mike, you're here as well.
If you're going to be talking about biscuits and tea, I'll be there too.
I mean, I kept last night saying, I want a crumpet and maybe a cuppa. And I was like, you get away from me right now. You go back to London.
I need to show you what a pasty.
What's infiltrating me right now?
Yeah. Tea cookies are good, but no, pasties everything in my life. I don't live.
I'm sorry, I love a croissant.
No, pasty.
I like a croissant. Croissant.
What's a pasty? And we lost Ennie. He's switching.
It's so important. He left the show for it. That's what a pasty is, mate.
he ran off.
Me ripping on any British.
British food is horrible.
It's horrible.
You don't eat British food in Britain. You eat Indian food and you eat other ethnic food. You don't eat.
Absolutely. I learned this lesson when I was only 13 years old, going there, and there was no ice and everything was covered in cream. I was like, Mom.
Can I take a moment and welcome Curtis Brooks to the show as well. Curtis, thank you so much for joining us. Alvin, Festus.
I love it.
Joni's here. Joni's here anyway, Festus. And I mentioned Tracy. Tracy's going to have her own show in 10 minutes. Yolanda. Ross Hedge. Professor Roxana. Chiedza joined us today. America. I'm grateful America joined us. Omar M, the father of Zoom Party, America. I mentioned America, and Lisa Favik. She's a genius in her own right, and Shiva and Jackie Hallberg, of course. Hallberg, of course. So yeah, Mike and Joni, yeah, you guys are kind of right. We sit down in Britain, eating Indian food, watching Japanese TVs, watching Korean series.
Korean. I mean, I did not like
K-pop.
I love K-pop, but the last episode of what's the show? Come on, Cyrus. You know the Korean show, like so popular. About them killing each other.
Yeah, they are very popular in the United States.
What is the show?
And to be honest with you, K-pop is more popular in the States than it is in Korea itself. It's really strange.
No, but the show, the TV show. where they all
We're not
die.
big.
The British ones. No. They just
Korean.
comfortably smile at each other whilst they are planning your demise.
No, BritBox
joking.
has
Cyrus, you know
BritBox has a bunch of like MI5 type movies. My wife loves those, and then they have a bunch of murder. It's like murder and mayhem apparently in England because
But the British reuse actors like this.
Yeah, it's funny how we're not even allowed
Oh,
weaponry.
yeah.
So it's not you're not allowed to have a weapon unless you're a farmer who's just protecting a farm, like where for miles and miles you can't find anyone. So yeah, you're allowed to like have a shotgun or something, but you're not allowed to. Even the police isn't armed, and as you can tell, naturally, the mortality rate is much lower than America, and basically there's something that I hope we never catch up with America with regards to like our kids only are boring. They only study in school. They never shoot it up. So in terms of weapons and stuff, we are very lucky. We're not allowed to have guns because really you want to trust someone in Britain with a weapon? Oh, you shouldn't.
I don't want to go down the whole Second Amendment thing with you, Cyrus. Yet we should do a show probably on that because I hope the British never have to deal with tyranny, not like they ever have before, right? So and royalty just isn't going to cut it, but you could have a political figure that wants to take over.
Mike.
So. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, Annie.
We're never going to need guns. There's no. I can't see any. We can't see it, Cyrus. How everyone having a gun is ever going to help anyone, let alone everyone. It's
in this helter-skelter, like in the middle of this helter-skelter, all we needed was Curtis Brooks to pipe up and say Squid Games.
Welcome, Curtis.
Oh my god.
But Annie, you don't also need freedom of speech apparently, because you can get arrested for what?
Of course, we have freedom of speech. That's
you can get arrested.
I remember freedom of speech.
You can get arrested for what you say on the interweb.
Yeah.
I was watching
for real.
A program last night, right?
Yeah, I saw 6 officers going to someone's. I saw 6 officers going to someone's house for sharing something on Facebook. I think. Britain's losing its mind, but.
You don't know.
Shoot him to death, Cyrus. That's what we need to do, right? No, that's not what we need to do. I'm joking, right?
And Cyrus, I was talking about Squid Games. That's a great show. Yeah, but the second season was so it was so gross. I couldn't actually watch it. And then The Parasite, I think it won for best movie, but Korean TV is like on fire, bro. And I love butter chicken too for Indian food. So I could stick it out in England for. I'm gonna go a week. Maybe more.
What do you mean you're gonna go a week?
Well, it's just like kind of like rainy and like.
It's not rainy today.
Like I feel like the guys over there like are all like just a little too proper for me.
You shouldn't worry about rain, Joni, anymore. We control the weather now, so that problem's
This is true. I'll just like get some diesel to put in my bicycle and be like, "Yo, look, we're doing good."
One of the times I was in England, it misted for 2 weeks. But the
rain
thing
for 2
about
weeks.
Yeah,
it misted.
Are you sure you were in England?
yeah. Now I will say,
it missed. It missed.
It missed.
Luxembourg or Wales. Yes. We don't know.
I was in the Gatwick. I was in the Gatwick area, and but the cool thing about a lot of people in the U.S. anyway, I think New Jersey is about the same size as England. So, scale is a thing, but because it's an island, the weather changes pretty quick too. So you can have crappy weather in the morning and sunny weather in the afternoon. So that's what I enjoyed. But
Mike,
I just want to say,
you sit in your car, get out of your hotel and drive for 2 miles. Accent changes 3 times. I'm telling you.
Well, that too.
Never mind the weather.
But gentlemen, it's not that I'm excluding you, Joni, but next time I go to London, I want to make sure we hook up.
Definitely.
I'll come and meet you. If you come here, so of course I expect. I will do what I can to make sure it happens.
Coach Davis coming to Manchester. Coming to Manchester tomorrow.
But have you?
He's taking a risk, right?
In England.
No, he's
taking some big risk
Cyrus
there.
and Annie, have you met?
Oh, hang on. Why Annie? Hang on. Why? What's wrong with Manchester?
I live in Cornwall. I live in a nice part of the country, mate. You live in Sodom and Gomorrah. You do. You live with people, them people. People.
Yeah, we call it Demchester now. You can't say Manchester.
It's not
anymore.
that bad. It's not that bad.
No, it's
my
all
friends.
Manchester United is not from there.
Yeah, that's in Manchester. Amazingly.
Yeah, there you go.
That's not always the case, right?
I know Manchester because of that.
Excellent. Anyway, come to England. It's nicer than you think, Joni. It's nice. I think
I've
it's
been
nice
to England 3 times.
There you
I
go.
think Joni and Mike should come to
come
England
together
at the same time.
Yes.
That would be lovely.
All right, as long as you fly us first class, business class.
That southern silence.
I like Joni. No, Joni, you should stay with first.
To be honest, I was shocked. You were getting us to pay for your preferred method of transport was airplanes. I'm like,
I mean, I have about 80,000 points in United, so I could maybe make it over there. So
I have that many on my driver's license, but it's here nor there, neither here nor there.
I got them all taken off my driver's license. Well, that took a minute.
Right.
Mine was
my
like
friends,
15 years.
look, we do have to go. So, Curtis, and I know you've been funny. My mother works for FEMA, right? I told her the government controls the weather. She told me I was full of conspiracy.
Curtis, you're a conspiracy realist, my friend. Conspiracy realist.
Yes.
I just want to thank Annie because I know he's trying to close the show. I want to thank him for holding this. I want to thank Cyrus for answering my questions and Annie for prodding my brain about some ideas. And I just want to encourage others, if you have an idea, regardless of how silly it sounds, and if you're passionate about it, just do it. Because what's the worst that can happen? You fail.
No, you win. You succeed. People like it.
No, but I mean, that's the worst. What's the worst that can happen? And the best thing that can happen is you take off and it goes places. And even if it doesn't, you're going to meet great people like Joni and Annie and Cyrus along the way.
Well,
on the way down.
But Mike, it's really important for me to say to everyone and anyone who re-listens or listens to this right now, there are actually so many opportunities to support your business through loans or whatnot, because running a decent business does cost money. And so there's loans for single women starting their own business. There's loans for minorities starting their own business. And this is the US, but there is loans galore that people just don't take advantage of. And so I don't know. That's if that means anything to you.
You find that we're quite scared of loans.
I'm tired today, bro.
We're scared of loans in the UK. We don't believe in taking money unless we really have to, because we have to pay it back. It's kind of like, really? Why? Anyway.
Oh my God, we take so much money in America. We're just like, wait, we owe $200,000.
$200,000?
That's crazy. I'm not saying I do, but I'm saying that's just like a normal thing.
Yes, no, it can help some people so that I can help culture, but no, the British way is not to
That's
get
why
low.
so many Indian people come to America. They don't have any debt. They saved up all
Mm,
this money. They buy a gas station. They start.
mm.
I'm so
Earning
proud
money.
because you can't get a credit card, so you don't get in debt. But like, I'm really impressed with like their like kind of discipline and not buying a lot of expensive things.
That's the word for it, discipline. Thank you. So, look, thank you, all of you. I have shared my YouTube link. So, if anyone wants to watch a replay, please go. I think I've sent you the link as well, Mr. Curtis. I'd love for you to to watch my YouTube and then like, comment, and engage. And of course, if you haven't been there before, please subscribe. Mr. Cyrus, so I can see Curtis a question. I give you a chance to answer it, my friend, and then we can leave, right? Whisper Boy, where's it come from, Cyrus?
I already typed the answer for him.
So what? Not everyone reads the comments like that, right? So
yeah. So Curtis was asking where did the name Whisper Boy originate, and I explained. I have a. I'm going to add this bit as well. I have an account on Instagram where I whisper a few pieces of advice, and I explained to him that in a world where everyone's screaming lies loudly, we'd rather gently whisper the truth. Whisper Boy.
Love that, right? You have to love that. Mike, keep winning, my friend. Keep creating those genius. Watching your first video yesterday was, it was brilliant. Keep doing, my friends. I think it's my only show today. I got another one tomorrow with Dr. Phil. I should invite you. I don't know what letter we're talking about, so I shall find out, right?
What time is that going to be?
Your mic. What time is it meant to be? Early evening, so 4 o'clock, something like that. No, but I'm still waiting for my topic, and so until I get the topic, there's no events really. So I can't do anything until he sends me what I'm looking for today.
And if anyone is joining us now, I'm not sure why you're joining us now. We're closing the show. The joking aside, if you're joining us now, if you ever felt that you have a book idea, if you have an idea, if you have a story to tell, if you've always had a story to tell but you never got the chance to actually do that, talk to any Song, the person on the left hand side of the screen, on top left hand side. He's the creator of Global.Media. Talk to him. At least find out how far you can be, or you are, from bringing it to fruition, and ask him if he's able to get you something really valuable called Amazon bestseller. And because once you get that, once you achieve that, it will be much easier for you to open lots of more doors. Amazon bestseller is something that this guy can get you. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you for your kind words. Joni did. Joni now has 2 published books.
No, the second one is not published. Not really.
It's published as an ebook.
I tried to download it and it was not working. But regardless, I appreciate.
We need to talk to publish a print book.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that.
We will.
But I think that there are so many wonderful things that come from just going after a hobby that could turn into a career for you. So really don't give up on like that type of dream, because if you love gardening and like then you're just like, I want to sell some of this at the farmer's market, or I want to make some like pickles out of like these different vegetables. It's a really wonderful starting off point, I suppose. Or if you're really into decorating, like that's great. That's awesome. So like you can change your career like if you want, and it's not as hard as you think. And there's like so many companies out there. If you think about what AI can do for you, the amount of companies out there that are like hey, I will help you create the shoe of your dreams, because I was thinking about starting a shoe company. I will help you start the perfume of your dreams, the deodorant of your dreams, the car flat tires of your dreams. It all just costs money, but it's so yes, work through that if you can. But it's really good to pursue those hobbies, just so you can like have diversity in your life.
And money, if it goes good, that's
Money, bro. I was saying that you need money to make those dreams happen.
You do, but you might make even more money if you create a real banger.
Yeah, but when
That's how
you
we'll call it,
need
right?
$30,000, not everyone has that. But anyways,
Create
I just
a
want to
solution people
support
need.
people going after their hobbies.
You can turn your hope into what people that really helps people, and the money will come. Is the point?
No, the money won't come, guys. Don't even listen to him. Just you gotta find that fucking money. Sell your bikes, your
help
bed, your
people.
mattress.
The money will come. It's a guarantee.
Oh, no, it's not. Don't give them hope like that.
What do you mean?
Give them hope. Like, their idea is fantastic, but it does take a lot of this side hustle stuff to get the money, to get it in front of the right people. You know what I mean?
Marketing.
All the
Yes.
boring shit.
But without a solution, you're kind of up the creek, right?
I don't know. I don't think so. I just want to be transparent with a lot of our audience so that they know it's so great to pursue.
So Mike said it earlier. You have the idea, you create the solution, and you get it out to people who you can really help. That's living. Everything else is dying. That's living. Change the world. Change your world. Change other people's world. The money will come. Guaranteed. Anyway, too many of us don't. Too many of us think and don't do. It's so sad. And that's what
Well, ideas don't make money until you implement them properly. Because as they say, ideas, we've all had them since since Eve kissed Adam, right?
It's true. It's true.
Mark,
I'll let you have loud word, Mark.
Thank you. On the way out, I appreciate Joni's authenticity. I really do. I do think, though, and I just want to leave on. First of all, I have a show tomorrow in support of Fearless, which is a domestic abuse for Hudson Valley. I will be appearing with the wonderful, and my brain faded on who the host is. I'm sorry.
Is it Mel? Is it Mel Richards?
It's Mel.
Yeah,
it's Mel Richards. Sorry. So I will be appearing tomorrow. I think it's at 7 p.m. EST. And that was one of another. I met Mel and heard about Fearless, and so I said, why not write a song? And so they're still working out what that looks like. They haven't picked out the version yet. But another of my songs will be used for a good cause. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. But this thing of abundance, and I agree with Joni in that, you have to work hard. I mean, and this is the other thing. It's like I said before, I think you see a lot of these successful people and just figure out that they just land in the middle of their success. It doesn't work like that. But yeah, just love each other, man. That's all I got to say. And I think that's its own, Joni. I do want to leave you with this, though, and I'm not lecturing you, but I think when you do that, sometimes you get the rewards, and sometimes you may not even know this, Joni. You're loved.
Lecturing. Keep talking.
No, but you're loved, and when you're giving to other people, you get in return. And I don't think you can't put a price on that. And I've done it, quite a bit apparently, and I didn't even know it. And I just want to share this story, and then I'll shut up. 35 years ago, I had mentored a guy at work, and just recently, in the last 6 months, I had posted something And I think maybe even Annie answered. I can't remember. Someone answered it, and then he came on after I hadn't talked to him in 35 years, and he said Mike mentored me in this tech 35 years ago, and so I think that paid dividends to me. I just made my week that I had an impact on someone else's life. So don't shortchange yourself, even if you're not financially successful, because it's not always about
It
money.
doesn't really start that way, guys. You're not just like, boom, oh, I'm like Little John, like got like some fucking mad dough. No, that's not how it happens. It does not happen that way. But thank you, Mike, for saying that about your mentor, because my mentor was a professor at Miami, Ohio, and he was grisly and annoying and mean. And somehow I just like kind of laughed it off. And so he liked me. he would criticize my writing like nobody's biz. But we ended up keeping in touch, and I had written him a couple letters. He's like, no one keeps in touch with college professors. They all like, elementary school, junior high, whatever. But he was like, it's so special that you just make sure that I'm okay. And finally, so he got Alzheimer's, and I sent him a piece of my new book. And he was like, who is this? He was like, I saved your number, so you must have been important. I was like, oh. I was like, hey, I thought you were a great professor, and you have graded a lot of my papers, and part of my book is dedicated to you. So I didn't make him feel nervous or anything, but I think like just it is a wonderful thing if you can find someone like that, just to have that positive like role model. But yeah, I mean he's 91 now, so we're good. He's fine. He's fine. He used to hit on me inappropriately as well.
We're going to end on Curtis's great advice. Maybe it's a tip more than advice. It's a talk low after the midnight hour. I like that. It's not true. If you're talking events, speak loud all times, right? I'm just saying. My friends, look, enjoy yourselves. We're doing 3 hours in. We do have to go. Otherwise, we're going to get kicked out anyway by StreamYard.
Thank you,
So
Annie.
do enjoy your day. Enjoy your evening. I miss you all already, by the way.
I miss you all already too. Oh my gosh.
Bye, everyone.
Guys, I miss you so.
Connect with people and doing Zoom meets Jody.
So much. I don't say anything dishonest. I do miss these people when I'm like busy as hell for the rest of the week.
Look, we'll talk. We jump on the Zoom calls, Jody. That's what you need to do, right? Yeah, I mean, you and Scott need to talk about your signed book. Yay! Congratulations! You won another prize. The one I never win any. I never win. You do win. You won twice now.
I feel really excited because I haven't won anything since this slip and slide when I was in 4th grade. All right, we were like at the fair at the end of school, and they had all these prizes that you could bet on. But I think your parents had to give you money for tickets, so you put like a ticket in, and when they said Joni Frandorf, which was the name at the time, I was like, what? I won? We used that slip and slide for at least 5 years. It's like a big yellow sheet where you're just like, whoop. And that was my like claim to fame for a while. And now I've won 2 book competitions.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You won 2 book prizes. No, well done you. So and keep buying the 99 cent books, and then keep winning prizes. That's why I say.
All right. Well, we need to work on the main book.
Yes, we do.
I actually wanted to add something.
It's a conversation we need to have, Jody. But you know this.
I know, bro. Okay. I'm gonna
When you're ready. You enjoy your evening. We'll talk soon.
have fun.
Take care, everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. We're going to be playing that. It's right.